Hear that roar of thunder, hear those tires scream. Is every boy's hero, every lady's dream. Flying down highway heading west in a streak of black light called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn the women. Tell those smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Well, he won't take a detour, 'cause he ain't got the time. He can turn on the nickel and give you change for a dime. Always first, never second best. It's a streak of black lightning called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn the women. Tell the smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn the women. Tell those smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Oh, they'll never get the Bandit Express.
He was heading into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston, he was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town. And this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around him, through his tears he made this sound. Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said you are northward bound. He said, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign, and he had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks, and they all heard him yell, give me 40 sticks of dynamite, I'll blow this thing to give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around.
What's up, everyone? I know this is kind of a random off the wall stream. I usually don't do shit like this, but today I decided to make an exception. I've never been through such bullshit. Well, I should be up again. Should be up. Yeah, it's up. That's bullshit. It's like anything else today. You know, I think you got access to Robot Masters, man. You can jump up there.
Yeah, you're on. You're live.
Yeah. So I drug you into Robot Masters.
That's okay. That's cool.
Switch over to this screen. Yeah, Zero Gold is like everyone knows, and the grandmother knows that DMV is fucking bullshit. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for me, it's like every year I have to provide them a copy of my physical, and then that's like a $5, and then to register.
So you got the 1 year physical, not the 2 year.
Well, no, it's every year. In the state of Ohio, we have to do it every year. It's mandated. It's if we don't, somehow our license goes bad, which I don't know how. If we don't, and also what they do now.
Federally, it's supposed to be every 2 years.
Well, yeah, it also depends on
it depends. It's every 2 years unless there's something on your medical history that, like high blood pressure or something stupid like that, that requires you to have a 1 year.
Well, no, also Rose too. This is something that it's the state of Ohio. Yeah. This isn't medical or anything. It's just the state, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because when I had 2 years, I still had to. I still had to do that.
Yeah. But no, it's actually kind of nice you jumped in. It's like, yeah, you know, because I know you're a truck driver. You know all the fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah.
But twice now. Twice I've went in to do my driving test. Twice now they have failed me for what I think are very, very, very bullshit reasons.
What's that?
So each time I've had different instructors. First time I had a kind of I think he's about maybe 5-10 years older than I was, probably around his 40s, 42, something like that. Tall, skinny guy.
Not much older than you.
Huh? Yeah, no, not much older. Anyways, you know, he seemed pretty laid back. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. He went through and I passed my pre-trip, flying colors. I got lucky and got an A for him, so all I had to do is front of the truck. I passed the in-cab inspection for flying colors. This guy framed down. I passed the brake test for flying colors, and that's what failed everyone that day when I went down there last Wednesday. Because
Okay.
they would either forget to turn the key switch off when they went to go hold the turn the engine off, and when they went to go push down the brake pedal, so compressor's continuously running.
Yeah.
That's automatic fail. Or they forget to turn the key switch to the on position to initiate the gauges and the buzzard. And that's what failed a lot of people last week.
So are you going to be a truck driver now, or is this just for?
I gotta have it for work.
Okay.
I am only doing this for work because one, they're now requiring it, and two, other reasons I can't discuss publicly. I get
Understand.
you can probably take a guess why. But
Okay.
but anyways, no, I'm having to do it for work.
Yeah,
So
I figured it was for. I figured it was for work. I mean, you got to drive the.
I'm only going for a Class B, so.
Oh, okay.
The only difference is between Class A and Class B. Class A, you're pulling a trailer behind you, and you gotta do a coupling test. That is the only difference between the two tests.
Well, a coupling test is really easy. All you do is back up, and once you hear the clink, you just pull forward a couple times.
Well, the coupling test, the visual inspection of the coupling test, and then the tug test. Which you gotta do a tug test in a Class B vehicle too. The only difference is you don't have to do the trailer and then do the truck. You just do the truck.
Yeah.
So I went through and did the brake test, and I was the only one in the entire group that actually did the 45-second timed air up from 85 psi to 100 psi. And I was the only one in the group that did that one, which is not required, but it's in the book.
Is that did you rev the engine up for that, or was I just letting the engine rev?
It's 1200 RPMs from 85. Yeah. Well, for anyone out there that doesn't know, because I guarantee there's probably a couple people listening that is what the fuck's a brake test?
Yeah.
So, on trucks, Class B, Class A, for those rankings, they have air brake systems, and air brake systems are under high scrutiny from the federal government for safety. So there's a series of tests you gotta do before you can climb into one of them to drive in. This is supposed to be an everyday thing you do. And basically how you do it is you start the truck up, and we didn't have to get out and put chocks in the vehicles because the test facility is on private property, not public. If it was public property, we had to go out and put chocks in, but since it's private property, we don't have to, and the lot's flat enough we can release the brakes, and the truck is not going to go anywhere. Plus, we're in the truck in the seat while we're doing this, so it's not like we're going to roll away anymore. So that's one leniency that they give you. Anyways, basically what you go for is you release your parking brake, whip the truck on, push on your brake pedal, let your air compressor kick off, the dryer. Once the dryer kicks off, turn the key switch off, turn the key switch back on, so your gauges and your buzzard walk. Whip a stopwatch, and whip the instructor looking, you initiate the stopwatch. He will have a stopwatch over. The rule is you're not supposed to drop more than 4 psi with the brakes applied within 1 minute. If it drops below 4 psi within 1 minute, the system fails and is deemed unsafe to drive. So, and you want to go over 5 seconds on the minute, because if you come in like 59.9999999 seconds, you fail. And they will be that stringency on you.
Oh, yeah.
So they tell you to go 5 to 6 seconds over. So, going through and doing that, okay, truck brakes walk, and that passes the test. Second part of that test is called fanning the brakes down. And you repeatedly push on the brake pedal several times until you get 60 psi. Once it gets 60 psi, the warning light and the buzzard are supposed to illuminate on the dash. If they illuminate, that part of the test passes. And then you continue fanning it down till you get to about 20 psi. And when the system gets to 20 psi, it's supposed to pop out the parking brake. So once the parking brake pops out, you can go through, start the truck up, rev it up 1200 RPMs, and build up pressure. Once it gets up to 60 psi, it's supposed to cut off the warning light and the buzzard. And once you get to 85 psi, and this part's not necessary, but it's in the book, and it's actually part of our DOT inspections we do at shop anyways. But from 85 psi to 100 psi is supposed to be timed. You got 45 seconds to build up 85 to 100 with, going 1200 RPMs on the engine. Once you get done with that, it passes that one, build it up all the way until the air compressor pops off. Once the air compressor pops off, you'll go through and you do a tug test. And tug test says you leave the parking brake engaged, put it down the gear, let off on the clutch, and see if the parking brakes hold the truck. If the truck doesn't go anywhere, you feel the engine grab and pull on the truck, let go of it, pass the tug test. Secondary, the last part of that whole test, you push in the parking brake, roll the vehicle, give it a little power, roll the vehicle about 5 to 10 foot, hands off the steering wheel, apply the service brake, and see if the truck moves one way or another way. That is all one test that you must perform every single part of it, otherwise you automatically fail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. You miss any part of that test, you fail. If you skipped over any part of that test, you fail. If you forget to enunciate anything in that test, you fail. Luckily, I passed it. After that, you go through and you do your skills test. Your skills test is one of 3 different tests. First one is a drive ahead and back up. Straight back up. Everyone does that one. You drive the truck straight ahead and you back it up. Make sure you can go in a straight line and back up in a straight line. Why? I don't know. I guess there's some people who can't do it.
No, it's the test to make sure that you can control the trailer going straight backwards.
Well, you do it even with a box truck. So all the maneuvers you do for a trailer, you do it for a box truck too, including the parallel parking.
Try you're gonna have fun doing the blind side. That's up fun.
Oh, I did that, and I passed it. All my skills tests I passed, and I didn't even have to pull up once. So I didn't have to use. I didn't use any of my points. So whenever I went through and I did everything, I actually gained points because I named off stuff that is on the list, but it's not required to pass.
Okay.
So every one of that I got done. So my first time taking this road test, and like everything else, I was nervous. I'm nervous because one, I never drive in Tulsa. Yes, I'm from Oklahoma, and you gotta take this fucking CDL test in Tulsa.
Okay.
When anyone goes, "Oh, you doxed yourself," I don't care. Everyone knows I live in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
So,
well, including the part when I made fun of you for the eastern part, which should have kind of gotten closer to where that.
Oh yeah, but it's like I can go to different places within my test, but this is the only area that actually has a truck rental facility specifically for renting out trucks for CDL tests. So if you don't have access to a vehicle, you can rent it. That's another part of this whole deal that sucks.
Well, the only real thing is that in Oklahoma they have. It's either Tulsa or Oklahoma City are probably the only two big areas in Oklahoma where they could possibly have it.
That actually has a rental facility. There's other places that are about quarter the distance away that I can go to. The problem is I gotta provide my own truck.
Well, true. I'm just saying it's not like it's all the way down near like the Texas border.
It's a 2.5 hour drive for me.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, except for when I get into the next part after I explain the fucked up parts of this whole fucking test.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anyways, going through the test, and this is in a 1994 4700 International with a 6-speed synchronized transmission.
Oh, a straight truck?
Yes, it's a straight truck.
Oh.
With a 10-foot overhang on the fucking back from the wheelbase.
That's normal.
Yeah, that was fun to do with the parallel parking test.
Well, when I was doing the trucking, doing all that stuff, we had in Columbus, Ohio, they had 48-foot trailers and they had 53-foot trailers. And depending on if you were doing the blindside backing or the straight or the regular backing, you either had a 48-foot or a 53.
Yeah.
And Warner was the one that provided all the trucks and trailers to it, because I think they own the Roadmaster driving school. I think they do. So
Yeah, I'm gonna post a picture so I can showcase what I'm trying to talk about. If my fucking phone would
open up.
yeah, it's opened up.
Yeah, I'm actually on
Yeah.
home time.
Oh, nice. Anyways, this is
Yeah.
loading to Discord, so I'm gonna showcase this. So the first thing, one of the things they got me on the driving test, and the only thing that they got me on this whole driving test the first time around, was one of two things. And I guess I'm gonna move Discord over here. So the first thing they got me on was the fact I took my hand off the steering wheel to initiate the turn signals. Because the first guy I was with was very anal attentive about keeping both hands on the wheel. Anytime I took the hands off the wheel unnecessarily, he marked it down as a point. Now, his definition of unnecessarily is going down and reaching for the shifter too early, or taking the hands off the wheel to go for the steering, for the turn signal. Now, this is inside the truck. This is a picture I took today while I was waiting for the instructor to come out to the truck. That is the turn sock, and that is the steering wheel. Tell me, how in the fuck am I supposed to keep a hold of the steering wheel and initiate the fucking turn signal on this truck? I mean, I'm being serious. I don't have fucking long fingers. I might be tall as fuck, but I do not have long fingers. This is like 10 inches down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a picture of the inside the cab outside viewing the testing facility while I was waiting. And yeah, I took a picture of the shifter just because. International 6-speed plus synchronized.
I'm surprised they don't have brand new stuff.
Oh no, all this shit's wore the fuck down. So the two trucks that they have on the facility for the Class A's are two Freightliner single axle trucks, and the trailers that they're pulling are 30-foot flatbed trailers with single axles. That's the trucks that they use for the test drive.
And most of the ones you can see are dual axles and automatics. Or manuals and brand new manuals.
Yeah. Well, anyways, no, and the trailers threw a lot of people off because a lot of these people go down there and end up practicing with 53-foot long trailers and double axle trucks. So they've been practicing with those. It's a lot different trying to back up one of those small bobtails with a pup trailer behind it. It's basically just like a pup trailer. That's it. It's like not even 40 foot. If you put together the semi truck and the trailer next to the box truck I'm driving, the truck and trailer is only about maybe 5 foot longer than what the box truck is.
Yeah, you're basically just about the same length of a bobtail, basically.
Yeah,
is what
yeah. Well, just a little bit longer. I think if you want to classify it, you think of a
FedEx Expedite.
Yes. So it's about 35 foot long.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big deal. Easy enough to drive. So he found me because I had to reach down and actually grab a hold of the signal to turn it, and then go up and grab the wheel. Every time I took my hands off the wheel, I went down, that was a point. And then going through intersections, you're not supposed to take both hands off the wheel on the intersection, and you're not supposed to shift through an intersection. Got that. I knew that. Okay, fine. So I wait to go through the intersection. So I went to go past the intersection. When I go past the intersection, I reach down to get ready to shift whenever I'm fully out of the intersection. That's a point because I'm not fully through the intersection. So by the time I get done with the entire test last week, I was 4 points over from passing. You're allowed a total of 41 points. I have 35. And I asked him, so did I have any other violations? Did I mess up anyone else? Anyone else did I mess up on? Nope. I remember the weight limits. I remember the bridge heights. I remember the posted signs. I remember going over the trail, the railroad tracks, not stopping, making sure to look both ways. Yes, there's no trucks coming. I did the whole pulling over the side of the road, pulling over the four ways, and let them know. Yes, on a 2-lane, one-way road, like on interstate, the signs are 10 foot behind you, then 100 foot behind that, 100 foot behind that. If it's on a dual-lane highway with traffic coming towards you, it's a sign in front of you 100 foot, then one behind you 10 foot, then 100 foot behind that. And same on the fucking corner. You go on a corner, it's 100 foot in front of you, it's 10 foot behind, and then 100 foot around the corner behind you. God, and the only thing got me on was those 2 things. That was it. That's all the points I accumulated was from those 2 things. Like, okay, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So that was $340. I said 60 before. It's $340 for a Class B to rent the truck. So that's $340. Luckily enough, to re-rent the truck is $140 if you've rented it the first time you're taking a retest. So another $140 later, I'm taking the test today. So
plus fuel.
Yeah, plus fuel, plus time, plus day off work. I lose more in what I make in work than what it was to actually rent the truck today.
Oh yeah.
So you can technically say I'm down double that.
Oh yeah.
Plus fucking sleep, because so like most facilities, you call up, you make an appointment, right? You make an appointment, okay, you go in and you do your thing. So you got an appointment set. Yes, you got an appointment set for that day. It's first come, first serve.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, it's good. Except for this. So being 2 hours away to get there, I've got to get up at 3 a.m. to drive down there to be there at 5. I think I was there earlier today. I was about 45 minutes earlier today than what it was last week. When I got there was already 10 people waiting.
Damn, that's early.
At 5. The place doesn't open until 7. And the testers don't get there until 8.
Why the hell do you have to be there so freaking early?
Because it's first come, first serve.
Oh, yeah.
So if you decide to get there right at 7, you could be very end of the line and possibly not get a chance to test that day.
Wow.
Because once 3 o'clock comes around, it does any more tests, they'll get 2 more drivers, and does any more people, reschedule.
That's kind of stupid. I mean, you would
Yep.
Personally, for me, you would think they would have it be like scheduled base.
You would think, but it's not. So, you have to reschedule. On the reschedule, you gotta call the fucking number, because there's only one guy in Oklahoma City that takes the phone calls and makes the schedulings for all the facilities around Oklahoma. So, and you gotta call first thing in the morning. And when you call first thing in the morning, you could wait anywhere from 20 minutes to 6 hours.
Whoa.
So, wait on the line, and then you can call and make your scheduling. And it depends on what days they have available. Luckily, for this whole month, it's been a godsend. I've been able to get scheduled in right in the next day or a couple of days after that. Before this year, it was you got to call on the 15th to schedule for next month.
Okay.
If next month was booked, sorry, you got to call back again the 15th of next month.
You would think they'd be able to put you in for the next month, since you're already there.
First come, first serve.
No. What I'm saying is that I'm surprised that they didn't put you up for an appointment for the next month instead of having you call back to the next month.
Well, I haven't had to do that. I'm just saying that's the way it was last year when I was trying to get scheduled for this. Luckily enough, this year when I got scheduled, it was I called up. Okay, we got these days available. okay, this gives me some time to practice and get prepped for everything, so go ahead and do it this day. Went over that day, did everything, failed, okay. I was able to call back in the next day and get an appointment for today, last Thursday. So I was able to call right in. Anyways,
that's good.
So we get into today. Go in, repurchase the truck for today. Luckily enough for me, I was all the ones there were there taking a CDL test, so I was last in fucking line. Great, this is gotta be an all fucking day event. Luckily enough, came in. You know, the funny thing is 4 of the people that were in line, I know. Why? Because I was talking to them last week. So far, I've out of 20 people I've seen there so far from Tuesday, getting the truck rent, because I went, today was my 3rd day down there. So I was down Tuesday to get the truck rented, to go through the course with the owner of the truck, go through the tests, because when you rent a truck, they'll go through everything with you. They'll go through what they do on the pre-trip. They'll go through the braking test, the interior inspection. They'll go through the skills test, and they'll let you take the truck out on the road to get a feel for the truck, since you not drove this truck before. So it's kind of well worth the $340, because they basically give you, okay, this is what they're gonna do and ask for, and this is what you got to perform. Cool. Okay, that helps out a lot. So, and then the second day down there was to do the first test. And like I said, they passed everything, all good. Luckily enough for me, whenever we rented the truck today, the only thing I had to do today was driving. If you pass the pre-trip, you pass the brake test, you pass the skills test, you don't have to redo any of that. So if you passed a portion of it, you don't have to redo that portion. So say, for instance, I passed the skills test and brake test. Brake test is part of the skills test, so if you fail the brake test, you got to redo everything. But you pass the, well, it's part of the pre-trip. So if you pass the pre-trip and the brake test, and you fail the skills test, you come back, the only thing you gotta do is the skills test and the driving. For me, past the pre-trip, brake test, and the skills test, I just had to redo the driving. So, got another instructor today, a different one.
Okay.
Older gentleman, real nice, real easygoing, all that good stuff. Alright, this is gonna be easy. I mean, he's... everything's going good. Everything's going good until we got about a quarter-mile away. And there was a... when you go over this bridge, you make a turn, it comes up to a stoplight. Well, the stoplight... you know, instead of, being, you turn at the stoplight, or you go through the stoplight, anything like that. It's a stoplight to go straight. No turning. Unless you're turning to go left. And then, on the offshoot, if you're going to turn right, there's an offshoot that goes to a yield that continues down the road. Okay, so it's a yield sign. So, it tells you in any driver's book and manual. When you come up to a yield sign, it is at your discretion in the means of safety to determine whether you should go or stop. That's up to you, determined based on traffic.
Yes.
So a yield could be, okay, you go through it or you stop. It's either order. You yield. You pause, caution, look, and go. Or if you have to stop, you stop and let traffic go, then you go.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that anywhere, any driver's manual, in whatever state you fucking look in. So, I go off, and it's a green light on our intersection. Okay, it's a green light on our intersection. We go to slow down, go into a yield. As we're going to a yield, the stoplight turns yellow and then red. So, the straight through traffic is done for us.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's the oncoming traffic. Well, I pull up to the yield, and I go to slow down, and I look, and there's a line of cars coming. Well, there's a line of cars coming. There's 1 or 2 cars in the other lane. Okay, I see the cars, so they're coming through. I'm going to have to stop. So I look ahead to see exactly where I'm at to get ready to pull up to go for a stop. And I go to stop. I'm still going, and I'm getting ready to stop, and I look over. And when I look over, the 2 cars are in the right lane with no signals or no nothing, merge over into the left lane. By that time,
Okay.
I'm stopped. Okay, they merge over. I got it ready to go. Okay, take off. Didn't think I did anything wrong. He didn't say anything. We continued on through the course. He called out bridge limit, weight limits. I read off the weight limits he called for. He pulled up heights. What was the height? That last bridge we passed, it was 15 foot 5 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, what did that sign say? That sign says, left lane, no trucks. Okay, I got all that down. No nothing. No marks, anything like that. We pull up, ask me, pull in, do a couple maneuvers, go in, back truck up, shut it down. Okay, stand there going for the thing. Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to fail you. Okay, what did I do wrong? Well, you stopped at the yield sign and you had it right away. Yeah, but there were cars coming. Yeah, but those cars also moved over and you didn't have to stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I failed for that. It's like, yep, that's a traffic violation. Because that causes unsafe driving conditions behind you. So, whoa, hang on. So, everything I'm told is you don't worry about the people behind you unless you're going to merge in traffic, make a lane shift, coming off from the side of the road onto the road, or you coming off ramp onto the road, merging into traffic. Those are the only times you worry about traffic behind you. Besides that, you're told fuck them. They're behind you. You don't worry about them. So that's not a point. No, that's a traffic violation. You failed. You come back, try again tomorrow.
Do you think they care more about getting more money?
Yeah. And I even asked the guy yesterday because he was asking me why I failed on last time. And I told him it's like, taking both hands off the wheel. And straight up, you know what this guy told me? It's like, unless you have both hands off the wheel, it's not a fail. And it's not a point. As long as you have one hand on the wheel, unless you're not doing something. If you're not doing something like, flipping on a switch that you need to flip on, going for your turn signals to turning your turn signals, or going from your steering wheel down to the shifter, it's allowable to have one hand on the wheel as long as it's not over a 20-second duration going down the road.
Yeah.
I'm saying, well, the other guy flipped me for it. It's like, well, probably because you had both hands off the wheel. No, I didn't. He straight up told me it's because I took my hand off the steering wheel to go for the shifter. Or I went down to the shifter too early. It's like, what do you guys want?
Money, money, money. Money.
It's like, it's bullshit.
Oh. Well, the thing is, too, is that I mean, a lot of those people, they just want to get it done and over with. They don't really care about...
And do you know what he told me? He's like, just pretend I'm not here. What would you do in that situation? Would you stop there if it was you and your own vehicle? And I looked at him, I was like, yes, because I don't trust other fucking drivers.
And the thing is, too, is that with a CD, you have to be a defensive driver. You have to be defensive at all times.
Yeah. It's like, for one, I'm not used to Tulsa traffic. I am not from this area. And the roads you're taking me on, I am not familiar with.
True.
2, I am in a box truck that I have not driven regularly. It's not like I have been driving in this truck for months on end with my permit. This is a truck I am unfamiliar with.
True.
So it's like, what do you want me to do? I stopped and then it's not like I was there for about 5 minutes pondering the fucking wonders of the universe. It's not like I was sat there, what do I want tonight? Do I want spaghetti or pizza?
Yeah.
I stopped because there was 2 cars in the right-hand lane coming through the intersection, and then whenever I looked back and was coming to the stop, and I looked over and I stopped, the cars without the fucking blinkers or indicators merged over into the left lane, giving me an opening to go out into the fucking roadway. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to pull out there in case they went to go merge out on all of a sudden, oh wait, no, I'm gonna merge back out.
Yeah.
It's like, you failed me for being cautious, when I could tell you there's a bunch of Swift and Prime drivers that could benefit from that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Good old Swift and Primeval.
Anyways, afterwards, we got done. Yeah, I was pissed. And it's like, so what are you gonna be doing? I mean, it's like, I'm only getting this so I can road test trucks. I'm only gonna be leaving the shop, getting on I-44, driving 20 miles, turning around and coming back 20 miles. I'm not gonna be going through the city. I'm not gonna be going through the town. I'm just gonna be going down and back, same road every time, different truck. Test driving. It's not like I'm doing this to do city driving. It's not like I'm doing this for FedEx driving. It's not like I'm doing this for hauling dump trucks or anything like that. I'm only doing this so I can test drive trucks. That's it. And it's like, well, I do feel kind of bad for having to fail you. It's like, why are you failing me then?
See, that's the thing too, is that some of these guys, they just don't really care. They just want to get in and out. And if they have something important to do, they just want to get done quickly.
What, the instructors or the drivers?
The instructors.
The instructors are there until 4.
Oh. Well, do they get paid by how many people they have?
They get paid, they're on salary.
Oh, okay, then yeah. I mean, some just
They're
don't
there
care.
until 4. The only thing they gotta do is go for the pre-trip, go through the skills test, go through the driving tests, and all that good shit.
Oh, okay.
It's not like they get done with it, and once they're done with all the drivers, they can leave. No, once they get done with all the drivers, they still have to be there until 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Aim and show that's a bullshit reason. Anyways, it's like, well, I feel bad from having to fail you for something like this, so let me go talk to them, see if we got any scheduled availabilities. An hour and a half to 2 hours later, he comes back, finally. And it says, Taylor, okay, we have an opening for tomorrow. You can go ahead and come on down, and we can do this again tomorrow. It's like, good. Cool. Now the thing I did is explain to my boss, yeah, I'm not going to be coming in tomorrow because, yeah, I got to redo this shit for a third fucking time. That'll go over well.
Oh, yeah. It hurts your paycheck even worse.
Yeah. I'm only missing a day last week. I was able to work Saturday to make that day up. I'm still missing one other day from last week. This week, it was like, okay, I'm only going to have to miss one day. I'm always scheduled to work Saturday. So it's like, okay, instead of getting overtime, I'm like getting, just my regular 5. I got to work an extra day. Oh, well, it's worth it. Now it's like, okay, how am I going to make this day up now?
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole thing is just bullshit. And apparently there's a lady instructor down there that has yet to pass anyone in 4 months.
It looks like they don't really care about passing people out of that place. From the sound of it.
I said only 20 people. Out of 20 people so far that have been there with me, only 2 have passed. Only 6 of them have gone to do the driving test. There's another guy in there that I've seen him 3 times now. I've seen him when I went to go get the truck on Tuesday, and that was his first time taking the test. I've seen him Wednesday last week because he failed the brake test. And while I was there, he went before me on Wednesday, and they failed him because when he went to go and do the coupling test, whenever he was naming stuff out, and he went through the exact same thing he did the other day. with him. But it was a different instructor. It was the female instructor, not the male instructor he had. And whenever he went through, he was calling out the components underneath the trailer. Instead of calling the apron, he called the apron the skid plate. And she failed him for that because that was a mandatory pass test, and he failed to identify the component of the fucking trailer that was on that portion of the test.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, he was pissed about it. Anyways, he went to go reschedule the next day. He went down Thursday to do it again. And I've seen him today, and it's like, what, did your schedule get pushed back? It's like, no, they failed me last Friday also. What? What they failed you for? And what they failed him for was when he was doing his backing, he hit a cone.
That should be a point marks the. That should be a point, not a fail.
It's a point if you go. All right, so everything except for the front, the straight forward and straight back. Everything is you get 2 pull-ups and 2 get-outs for free. Yeah. Anything above that is a point. Or if you failed it before time. If you hit a cone, that's an automatic fail because you hit something.
Trailer. Yeah, it's been multiple years since I've done a test, so it's kind of.
It depends on the state also, because some states it is a point in some states, but in Oklahoma it's a fail. It's an automatic fail.
I understand.
So he hit, and he didn't even really hit the cone. He even took a picture of it. And what he did is he got onto the black of the cone. He didn't knock it down. He didn't move it. The tire was on the black base portion of the cone.
It's basically he skimmed the inanimate object.
Yes.
That shouldn't be it. That personally, I could see that as a point. But not to me. A fail would be just taking the cone out, touching the cone. That should be a couple of points because
it's a fail for Oklahoma. So yeah. He was in today. I don't know if he passed or not. He was getting ready to go take his test whenever I finally was able to. Yeah, when I was finally able to leave, because for some reason they allowed Class B tests first and retesting first. So I got to skip ahead of everyone else in front of the line. Everyone was there for the full Class A driving, full Class A test from pre-trip to driving. So there was only 2 B tests. B tests are easier to do, so they decided to do the B test first, and they decided to put me at the front line because mine was just a redrive, just a drive. So no, okay, cool. I don't have to be here all day.
You work out of state, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to name the state. I'm surprised they didn't have you do it in the state that you work in.
No, it has to be in the state you're licensed in.
I know.
They won't. I've already checked. They won't let me take my license there.
Okay.
I had to have. If it was in-state driving, I don't have to have a medical card. If it's out-of-state driving, I have to have a medical card. So I have to have a medical card.
Oh, God. You ever thought about moving to Joplin?
No.
Okay. I don't know if that's where you work, but that's the only place in Missouri on the turnpike that I know of nearby.
No, I'm not. No. And that's actually on my way anyways, so it's not, no.
See, that's why I was just guessing.
No. But no, I live in this place. I live in Oklahoma. I buy a house. I'm not doing anything to fucking relocate.
I'm sure if you just put wheels on it, you could actually go move it.
God. That was in my other house. That's not this one. That's one that's securely concreted into the fucking ground.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, no, it's like it was all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, and what was it? Yeah, so that guy today was his 4th time doing this, and I hope you pass this. If you're out there, I hope you passed.
That's like almost $2,000 so far that he spent just on.
No. So for a Class A rental, it's $460.
Right. If it, well, he's taking
$460 for a rental on the first time. Anything after that is $160.
Oh.
That's why I said that's a caveat to the whole deal. But it still costs money.
Bob Evans. Do you want something?
From where, Dad?
Bob Evans.
No. I got that pizza still.
You don't want that salad?
No. Yeah?
Yeah, but it's like... So, and for a Class B, like I said, it's $340, but $140 for a retest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they got me scheduled into that tomorrow, so I get to go through all the bullshit driving down there at 3 a.m. and getting ready and running down the truck, and it takes me like a half tank of gas to get from here to there. That's about $20 now. Then, fork over cash for the rental. I'm just glad I got my fucking income tax check back yesterday.
Jeez.
If I didn't, I'd be waiting until next paycheck.
Yeah. I just wonder if they care more about failing people than they do about passing them from how crazy they are.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just going by from what you're telling me.
I don't know. From what I see, it's been a very, very, very fucking low pass rate.
I don't know.
I'm almost thinking if it's racially and sexually motivated too, because all the female drivers that ran that passed, and the other two that passed, the other three that passed, one was full Native American, and the other two were black. So I'm sitting here, I'm just going to myself. Okay. Out of everyone in this class that's been to this class, the only females that came into this class, the only full Native American that came into this class, and the only two black people that came into this class are the only ones to pass. Okay. They're better. Yes, I can vent about the DMV. What they gotta do? Fail me? They've already done it 2 times now.
That's before you get stuck in there and you're number 28, they're still on number 12. And everybody in front of you is getting licensed and all you gotta do is renew. Is Oklahoma a really hard state to pass, or?
I guess. Like I said, out of 20 people, only 6 have passed. Rogue, yeah. I can stream about it if I want. I don't care. It's my party. I'll cry if I want to. Shoot.
It's Sparky's pity party today.
It's not pity party. It's fucking bullshit what they found me on. It's like, and there was another guy. Apparently, this is his second time. And all he had to do was drive. Anyways, what he had to do. See, what was it yesterday? I can't remember what he did yesterday. Going through the driving test, what was it? I think he drove through a stoplight.
Red light? Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those weird things, too. He was going through the intersection. He was coming up to the intersection, and it was in town, and he was going about 45 miles an hour. And when he was getting up to the light turned yellow. And it's one of those, okay, what do? You you're going 45 miles an hour down the road.
Slam on the brakes.
The light just turned yellow. Do you attempt to shut it down when there's cars behind you to stop the light, or you try to go through before the light turns red? And apparently they docked him for it because he should have stopped.
Yeah.
And it's like
he would end up at the intersection.
Yeah. And it's one of those. It's like, what do you do in that case? It's like, well, you stop right then and there. It's like, well, then the fucking cars behind you gotta fucking plow into you. And
I mean,
and saying this is the real thing too, because whenever I told that guy what they failed me for today was because I stopped at a yield sign, because the cars in the right lane merged over into the left lane before I seen them, and I came to a stop. Then they merged over, and that gave me the right of way, and they told me to, don't stop because of the traffic behind you. Another guy told him, don't worry about the traffic behind you. They're supposed to be paying attention. I'm like, every one of these fucking trainers here are giving conflicting information to... They're not doing this equally.
Yeah. I mean, when I went to the road...
Yeah, you got one guy telling me I gotta keep both hands on the wheel at all times, and you got another guy saying no, you can have just one hand on the wheel as long as it's not over 20 seconds. You got another guy saying, don't worry about the cars behind you because they're supposed to be paying attention, and another guy saying, no, you need to go ahead and go because the car's behind you and it's gonna cause a traffic hazard. What the fuck do you do?
Right, there's nothing you can do because the fact is that when I remember when I was doing the trucking class, I think we had to learn parallel parking from like 2 or 3 different people because they just couldn't. Every time they swapped it, they would learn a different thing from it.
Yep. But that guy that went through the stoplight yesterday, he went to go drive today. He was driving his truck whenever I went out to go drive my truck. And we both got back at the same time. We also both got failed at the same time. And when he came back up, and I asked him, I was like, well, what'd you fail for? Apparently I failed before I even got on the road. It's like, what do you mean you failed before you went on the road? It's like, did you go through the entire course? Yeah, they took me through the entire course, and they told me what I fell for. What'd you fail for? I caught the trailer on the going out of the place. You go out and alright, so this place,
is it tight?
Actually, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna look this place up. So this place is in the middle of a fucking oil refinery. I shit you not. Gotta look this fucking place up now.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the DM. It's the same thing with DOT officers. Each DOT officer could fail you for different things. When the one before you said you passed.
I hate Google Maps. I hate Google Maps so freaking much. Alright, you go through this intersection, you go down, get into this area. There we go, this seems to be about right. Okay, here we go. I'll share my screen with you. So here's the location for the DMV. Smack dab in the middle of a fucking oil refinery. And he carved it right here on this road. In fact, that looks like one of the rental trucks right there.
Okay.
So, and it's a tight turn, and his trailer rolls touch that right there.
I mean, it looks like they curb it anyways.
They do. There is no way to make this turn unless you come way out here, and you can't because this is a fence. This is another driveway. Yeah. Here's a fence. The only way you're gonna make it is you come out here to make the turn, and even if you do that, you still gotta come into the other lane and come out and straighten up. But they dock you for points if you get out in the other lane to turn.
So you mean if he gets above where, you know how it says like the West 21st Street, like right there on the Google Maps. So if he gets far, so if they get further than past that, they get docked.
Yes.
Then you're going right into that curb area.
Yes.
No matter, I mean, for me personally, I'm going into the other lane.
Yes. And you gotta do it in that box.
And I still would be right. I would still be in that corner spot.
Yes. Yes. On all that. There's no way to exit that facility and enter that facility without covenant.
Yeah.
But anyways, they failed him for that because his back wheels went onto that curb. However, they made him go through the entire driving course.
That's funny.
So that's just insult to injury, right there.
Yeah, to me, it seems that all they really care about is just making money rather than passing people.
Well, you see, they don't own the rental facility. The rental facility is in the same building, but they don't own that. That's owned by someone else. Now, it's owned by the person who owns the building, and the person that owns the building leases it out to the DMV.
Oh, okay.
So unless they got some sort of under-table deal with the, building facility, I don't know, but...
I see.
But it's like, it's so fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I've never... I've other people... And I'm fucking cutting out again.
No, you don't fine for me.
Stop now. It kind of ran into red just for a moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have your stream.
And talking to everyone I walked with that went to go get the driving portion was the easiest fucking portion.
Yeah.
They passed the running test with no issue. They passed the skills test with no issues. They passed the pre-trip with no issues. The pre-trip and skills test for me was was a cakewalk. I passed the brake test. I failed the general test 8 fucking times.
Jeez.
And it kept giving me the same bullshit questions. I remember 3 of them off the top of my head.
When I was doing the testing for getting like the at the DMV for like on the computers and such, when I got to the very last question, I clicked yes. I would have passed no matter what, but it actually, the power went out right after I hit out of the computer. Is this answer correct? Yes. Boom, power went out.
Shit.
So that we had to wait there for a minute. 20 minutes later, it comes back up. They said, and it turns out that I got the question right. They said, do you still want us? Yeah, so they still have me doing it anyway. So, doop, you passed.
Nice. Anyways, 3 questions that continuously came up on this test. I know there was other ones I probably missed, but the thing is you can't go back and review the test after you failed it. And so you don't know what fucking questions you failed.
Yeah.
And so I remember what questions because they were bullshit questions, and they didn't tell me this until my 8th time doing the fucking test. And they're like, you can ask to review your last test before you take your next one. You guys didn't tell me that? Well, we're just letting you know you can review your last test before you take the next one. That would have been nice to know fucking 7 tests ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, I went through that, and this tells you how old this test is. 1. What are the radiator shutters used for?
What?
A, keeping frost up the hood. 2, keeping the engine warm. Well, no, not what they're used for. What do you do to check them? Excuse me, that's what it was. What do you do to check them? Make sure they open and close. Make sure that the snow and ice is knocked off of them. Or, make sure something else. I can't remember what the question was. So, it's a functionality of the truck. So, make sure they open and close. Ron, make sure the snow and ice is knocked off of them. If you're driving a truck that has built-in radiator shutters, they're going to be on there even in the summertime because those aren't things that you can take off. That is something that's made back in the 70s.
It sounds like they haven't even updated.
No, they have not. That is something that is made back in the 70s. They took them off of trucks in the 80s. They stopped becoming an option back in the mid-80s. You're not going to see a truck with radiator shutters on it. You're going to see trucks with hood flaps on them. All the Peterbilts come with the ability to put hood guards on them to keep air from going through, to keep the engines warmer in the wintertime. But you're not going to see a truck with radiator shutters on it. So, in my mind, radiator shutters, it came pre-built on the truck. One of the first things you want to do is make sure they open and close fully, because the simple fact, they close going down the road and it's middle of summertime, you're going to overheat the fucking truck.
Yeah.
Check proper functionality. No, make sure there's no ice is knocked off of them. What the freak we're at? Fucking Antarctica? Second bullshit question. What are the engine brakes comprised of? Compression brakes, exhaust brakes, or brake savers? And this was just a 3-part question.
Engine? I know it's an injector. It shoots air.
No, it's not an injector. It's normally it's compression brakes, because all these modern trucks have compression brakes on them. Now, back in the 70s again, they came out with engine brakes, but it was an exhaust brake, and it clamped off the exhaust. So if you put compression brakes, because this day and age there's compression brakes, you fail because it's an exhaust brake.
So it sounds
Again,
like they have
these trucks are not on the road anymore. Third bullshit question that I got on. Tires on fire. What do you do to put it out? Use an ABC fire extinguisher. Wait till the fire department to get there. Use water to douse the fire. Or use a fire blanket.
Wait for the fire department to come, because you're not getting that shit off. You're not gonna extinguish that shit.
Nope, that's not the right answer.
What?
Try again.
ABC extinguisher?
Nope, that's not the right answer. Try again.
Let it not be water.
It's water. I'm
That's-
sitting there going, when the fuck am I supposed to get enough water from the store in the fucking truck to put a tire fire out?
You don't even touch you don't even get near the tires when they're on fire, because the first thing it's gonna do when they catch on fire is
Blow
explode.
up.
Yeah. Which then you're gonna have melted rubber everywhere, including the fire.
Yes, I know this.
Oh my god.
I know this. Those were some of the bullshit questions that they threw on the test I kept failing. The only reason why I know about it is like, oh, you can review your last test. I reviewed the answers I got wrong. Oh, guess what? Those answers that I got wrong were on the next test. Guess what I passed next time? You could have told me that about 7 fucking tests ago. Thank you. So I make sure to tell anyone that's going for the fucking the skills test, oh not skills test, but the written test, and they fail and they're going for the retest. Ask them to review your test before you take this one. I tell that to everyone because they do not fucking tell you.
That is just that. Yeah, they. I'm just surprised that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that that's not what they're telling the new people is. You don't put water on a tire fire.
If anything, you would use a ABC fire extinguisher if it first started. If it's a fire that's continuously going, what you do is, and the proper thing to do is depending on where the fucking fire is. And the fire is on the truck side.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is call 911 and abandon the truck.
Yeah. If it's on the trailer, you just pull the pin.
Pull the pin, disconnect from the trailer, get the truck about 50 feet away from the trailer.
I would just still yeah, if you have enough time, yeah, just disconnect the airlines. If not, just pull the pin, pull forward.
Yeah. Rip the airlines out of the fucking truck or the trailer. Just get away from it.
Yeah, and then let your company or yourself, if you're owner up, deal with having a rotator come in, a tow truck, and picking a damn thing up and taking it to get the load looked at. Well,
yeah,
the trailers are going to be gone anyways.
Yeah, because knowing the fire department, they're not gonna get there before the fucking side panels catch on fire. And once the fucking underneath side and the side panels catch on fire, it's a matchstick.
Oh yeah. Well, if it even has those side panels on it, I mean, by the time one tire catches on fire, it's going to catch the other one, and by the time you got two on there, you're basically SOL.
Yep.
And then
the best thing you can do, and I've done this before when I walked out another shop because we had a truck come in, the fucking tire was on fire. He came in through the, and this was a truck shop that I was walking in. He came in and the tire was on fire. And he came out of the truck, he came running inside, I need help. Call 911.
Yeah.
Don't pull it up into the shop.
And then, yes, he parked it at the fuel island.
Oh no, he pulled it into the bay. We had open bays and he pulled the fucking truck and trailer into the bay. Without even being, without even telling us, without even making an appointment, he just pulled it up into the bay. He runs out. We need help. Well, luckily we were a tire shop also, and the best thing I could do, because there was an outside tires on fire, I went over and I grabbed the bead breaker. I went over, I was able to get a hold of the damn valve stem, and I knocked the damn valve stem off the tire.
Yeah.
And that was the best thing I could do at the time. Then we used about 4 full-size ABC fire extinguishers and got the fire put out. And then we had him pulled the truck and trailer out of the shop. And while we were getting the mess cleaned up, called the fire department. The fire department went down and they cleaned they cooled the tire down. And after that, he got yelled at by our boss and then paid to have, the hub and the tires and the rims replaced.
Yeah.
Including replacing 4 ABC fire extinguishers.
Well,
and the damage to the floor.
Was he a company driver?
I'll take it, guess.
Okay.
No, I'll let you guess what company.
Swift.
So predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
well,
like
I mean,
a shit company.
it's like they don't have a Facebook page made up of all the crap that they do.
Yeah. So predictable.
I mean, there is a photo, I guess, from one of the guys that worked at Swift. Is like, it was a congratulations plaque for 2 weeks of no issues.
Yeah, you know what the insult to injury is? So last week, for last Wednesday, that's last time I took the test besides from today. So I went to work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday, I came in to make up a day. Saturday, we had a driver come up. Company driver. I'm not going to name the company. But anyways, company driver came up. Wanting to know why his trailer brakes were locked up.
Did he pull did he pull was the thing pulled?
No. Now, mind you, from what he told us from the very broken English he was talking to us with, he had been driving a truck now for about 3 or 4 weeks by himself with this company. He hooked up to a trailer that was parked at truck stop next to us. His brakes will not release. So, what is the first thing would you do? Now, mind you, he came to the shop across the street, across the interstate. He came to the shop in his truck and trailer. that his trailer brakes will not release on. Guess how that went?
Oh, pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Those brakes were smoking. I'm surprised it didn't catch on fire. I mean, it's only like, maybe 1,500 yards from where it was to our shop. But he drove it to our shop. Hey, my trailer brakes won't release. Can you look at them? Guess what it was?
What?
Just guess. Just.
He didn't pull the trailer release brakes.
No.
What?
You got the glad hands backwards.
Oh. Well, you know what? Actually, or did he spend the night at the truck stop before he came to you?
No.
Okay, that's because I was thinking
he just hooked up to the trailer that day.
Well, the reason why I asked that question because you and I have probably talked to drivers if
I had pranks done to them.
Yeah, they would do it. No, they would do it just to piss them off if they pissed them off.
Yeah, no, I've been there, but even then, if your trailer brakes won't release, one of the first things you do is go and another thing, okay, and I'll stop you on that one because spend the night getting a trailer, trailer won't move, anything like that. Another thing, you're supposed to do your fucking pre-trip before you go on the road every day. If you're coming out of sleeper buff to get into your truck and drive,
yeah.
You are supposed to go through your A, B, C, and D form inspections, including the coupling. And the coupling inspection must be done every day regardless. Same with the brake test, regardless, before you take off from the fucking truck stop or anywhere. If you have not driven that truck for a full shift, and you're down sleeper buff, or it's the next day, or whatever, before you take off, you must do the coupling test and the brake test. And if something's wrong, you go out and inspect it. So he failed on 2 parts. One, he didn't do his brake test. He took off from the fucking lot without doing his brake test. Second one, he didn't do his coupling test because if he did his coupling test, it is required to visually inspect the lines and glad hands on the trailer for a coupling test.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting there going, how'd you get your fucking license?
Well, a lot of these companies just don't. They want to pump them in and out so quickly.
I know that. You know that. But here's what the insult to injury was. This was Saturday after I already failed my fucking driving test.
Yeah, there's people out there that these companies will just let them go through.
It's like, this is bullshit. It's like, they just give away those fucking licenses in Cracker Jack boxes, it seems like. Yeah, I've been struggling for 2 years going through the fucking bullshit in Oklahoma. And I get docked for, one, taking my hands off the fucking wheel. And two, because I stopped at a yield sign because I was being cautious because I didn't want to cause a wreck. Because the two cars in my lane was still in my lane, didn't signal, went up to the right side, then stopped. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But, hey, no, wait. White privilege. I'm sorry. Right privilege. Right?
Yep.
It's my right privilege doing it, isn't it? Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm not the foreign fucking driver that gets his fucking license out of a fucking Cracker Jack box that hasn't had to go fucking do this shit for 2 years to just get a fucking Class B.
Oh, yeah.
So much for that white privilege fucking theory.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't even like dealing with. I mean, since I do I do a lot. I like, for me, it's like I don't know how many times it's when I was with my last company, and I was when I was working, I was all dedicated with AK Steel. A lot of times, I would have guys from another flatbed company, not Swift, but they would come up to me and ask me like how to properly do the tarp, how to properly chain this, and it's just coils, and it's like they don't really do the teaching when they're doing that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. It's.
Oh, speaking of tire smoking, you'll like the article that I posted in your main chat.
I've seen it.
Oh, you have? Yeah. Have you read the article?
What the fuck?
Wait, do you see the photos?
I'm all right. So let me share this.
There's a reason why the tandems are that close.
Don't tell me. Don't. Here's the problem. I'm looking at this. I want to take a guess at this. I want to try to take a guess at this. So I want to assume that he drove this truck like this.
Yep, because this is from a DOT officer.
Okay, he drove the truck like this. How?
Yep.
How he didn't blow the tires, I do not know. However, I do know for a fact for sliding tandem trailers, the tandems are together. So I don't. So it doesn't matter if you slide the tandem axles forwards or backwards. They're both still attached solidly to the sliding frame bracket. So the only two ways I can see this happening is either one, something very major is damaged on the suspension, but looking at the wheels, besides them being too close together, I want to say it's not damaged. Instead, I want to say they got two high pro tires, like 11R24 tires, and forced them on like this. That's the only way I can see this happening.
Nope.
Besides that, there's some sort of fucking damage underneath. But even then, I don't see it. But
if you scroll down, yeah.
Oh shit! How? How? I mean, quite literally, I was like,
yeah, you would think it'd be. Yeah, the tires are the wrong size. Now you look at it.
Okay. I'm sitting here trying to contemplate how this happens. So I know for a fact that these are a 8-pin locking system. You got 2 pins on each side on the front and 2 pins on each side on the back. And I can tell right now that the pins in the back are probably pinned. Otherwise, that whole tandem will went bye-bye down the road. I don't even see what ripped holes out of the fucking sliding frame.
Well, from what I could think, is they weren't really put in. They were because if you line up, if you line it up, they probably won't be in the hole.
All right, so the only way I can see this happening, and the only way I can see this happening, is if he went to go slide his trailer, and he didn't get the pins locked, but they got stuck in place, and then he curbed something, causing on the front axle, causing that whole subframe to bend like that. And if that is the case, he hit something pretty fucking hard. And when he did that, the back axle slid back and finally locked into place. That is the only way I see that happening.
Well, on the thing it says CMV officer Robertson performed an inspection and discovered a severely worn sliding axle lock mechanism that had become disengaged somewhere between Montgomery, Alabama and LaGrange, Georgia. The sliding axle was completely unattached from the trailer body and being held in place by the weight of the fully loaded trailer. The dual tires had become locked together, causing the smoke. And that was going down the interstate.
It was not attached, so it wasn't even attached in the back locking holes.
No.
Holy shit.
Because if you look at the top, it looked like it cracked in half. Because it looked like where the back axle was at.
You can see the fucking damage right there. You can see what's
cracked. Yeah.
It's not cracked. You can see the bending and
no. What I'm saying is it was cracked and then it ended up then it broke.
Yeah, look at the fucking the rubber splatter on the back fucking mud flaps.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And you can see the chain where they had it hooked up to the front.
Wow.
Hold it in place while they slide it. That looks like it was taken off the interstate too. At a rest area or at a truck stop.
Anyways, I posted a video up in the Discord, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it right now. Now, okay, yes, I took a video going down the road. Because I had to go this direction anyways to go home. But I was coming up on this intersection that failed me. And I was confident in my driving skills and I was in my own vehicle. And I said, fuck it for that day. I'm going to film this so I just show how bullshit this is. Anyways, I'll mute that. Because I'll enunciate for this and I'll pause as I'm going through it. Anyways, this was the intersection. So you got a stoplight. It's a 4-way stoplights. In the intersection, you either go straight or you turn right. And on offshoots on each side, you got 4 yield signs. And if you're going right, going into oncoming traffic, you go for a yield sign, and then you continue on through to go to the interstate. Anyways, I was coming up to the sign about where this car was, and I was looking over to make sure it was safe on this side. And the light had just turned red when I was getting up to about this point here, the light just turned red. Well, I was going from yellow to red. So when I got to this portion here, it had to turn red right here. Anyways, when I looked over coming up to it, cars were coming. This whole left lane was full of cars, and there was 2 cars in this right lane. So I looked, okay, I'm going to have to stop. Went to go initiate my stop, looked over this way, and then when I did that, looked back over. When I looked back over, the 2 cars without signals merged over into the right lane about right here. So they were not even fully through the intersection. They merged from the right lane to the left lane because they saw me coming over into the turn lane.
I still would have stopped.
I did, because safety, because, okay, they're moving over. What if they move over and go, oh, wait, no, I meant to go this way. This oncoming traffic is their right of way. They are coming through. It is their light. I'm a yield. They have the right of way. I stop, especially when there's oncoming traffic going. Yeah, they moved over and opened up the right lane. So technically, yes, I had the right of way. But still, it's their right of way. What do you do in that situation? Common sense wise would be you stop until there's no cars coming and then go. No, they want you to keep going. Tell me when that makes sense.
It doesn't.
And then, stopped, and I stopped for like a second. Okay, they passed, and I went going, and I went down the road. As you can tell, the road's not marked. You can't see the white lines in the road. There's no fucking yellow line down the road. You can barely see the center section lines. Okay, why they went to go move over, and they wasn't meaning to move over, and they come back to the right. Oh, because they need to turn into the interstate, so they need to be in the right lane. And then you pull out, and then they pull into you. What do you do? Well, at that point, whose fault is it? Well, it doesn't matter. The truck's still wrecked. Still failed then, because you had a major traffic violation, whether it was your fault or not.
Wait, the problem too, that intersection, cars would have to stop too. If it was people were coming, I could see them failing you if you had a dedicated turn lane after that. If you had a dedicated lane to after that, if you had I'm saying to get your own lane, you came through that. I could see it. That's what I mean. If you had your own lane to merge into the number 3 lane, which you're in right now, I could see that. I could see them failing you for that. But since
it's not a number 3 lane. It's a 2 lane with a center lane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Is that since you had your own,
there's no off ramp going onto it.
You had to yield on. That's the problem.
Yeah, I have to yield to traffic because I am yielding to a stoplight. I am yielding coming off to an intersection with a stoplight. It is their green stoplight. You look this up in any fucking book, I'll tell you. You yield to oncoming traffic. I yield to get onto the roadway. Yield means with caution or stopping. You can stop at a yield if traffic does not permit. At the point where I thought when I was coming to a stop, traffic was not permitting. When I looked back over and I initiated the stop, traffic didn't permit it. It was one of those, there's a truck coming, I might as well get over. Again, I cannot read the fucking minds of the fucking oncoming motorists. It could have been, they're merging over. I have the right of way, but they'd be merging over. Oh, wait, no, I want this lane because I'm going to the interstate to turn off just up the road.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's like the whole fucking course, because there's another fucking course. There's another intersection, and it goes from a turn, a stop, turn, and immediately a turn. Stoplight turn.
Yeah.
Bring this up again. Let's see if I can come down and find this stupid little fucking intersection. So going this, I'm looking at this, trying to remember the fucking course, and I remember the course. It's just kind of difficult looking at a buff view for it. So there's the testing facility. Right there's that stupid little fucking yield turn. So I wasn't even 1,500 yards all the way away. You go from there, you go on to this, and you go on 244, and you continue down 244. You continue down
66.
No, you continue down because here's the bridge, you gotta name off, and you continue down until you get, leave. Down here. And get off and go 51st Street, because right here's the set of railroad tracks you gotta go over, and you gotta, let them know, yeah, this is how it is, and you go down 51st Street. And you continue down 51st Street down to here, and then you make a left turn, and you go through here, and you go down this intersection here, and then you get to this area, and then you have a stoplight, an immediate turn, and then another stoplight. And they make you go off this road at the stoplight, or it's a stoplight. You go off this road to get onto this road, and it's another stoplight. And the thing is, with this stoplight, you cannot see this stoplight until you get right here because it's got shaders on it. You cannot see the light until you're right there. So you pull up. Okay, you got the green light. You turn off into it. Okay, you're pulling up to it. Do you go or do you stop? You get right up to it until you can see it. Okay, go or stop. And then you go and turn, you go down this one. And then you go down this street and you continue down this street for a ways. And then when you go down this street, you continue going. And you'll go down to here and you continue going down this way. And then you go back to the facility. But there's another one of those fucking stops that's like one of those, okay, you got to turn and then turn in. It's like they do everything they can to fucking trip you up. And about 75% of this course has fucking some sort of construction on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Peanut Chan. It's like some of those tests are designed to fail. It's even how they word them, too, in the testing.
Yeah, they're designed to fail you. Like I said, who in the fuck fails somebody for stopping at a yield sign because those cars come in your lane and then they pull over into the left lane? I mean...
Yeah.
I'm in Robot Master's pin if you want to jump in. I've got to turn this off and let fucking charge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be back on the road till probably Saturday. So I got to be in Seattle on Wednesday. And I was home on Sunday, so...
Yeah. And guys, if you hear echo, it's because I got the speakers on the desktop on. Fucking headset, the battery's saying battery very low, so I've got plugged in for a bit.
Oh, okay.
I got the mic right here now. I gotta turn myself down on the mic now since it's so close.
Yeah.
But no, it's bullshit. Because a lot of those courses, and that's the short course. So whenever I went through, and anyways, yeah. What? Go back through. Yeah, so the short course The short course starts off in this place, take on down this road, you take this little off ramp here, you go onto 24th Street, go 24th Street down across the interstate, and go down to that, and then you turn off there, and then you got this weird ass fucking stoplight here. And this is weird too. So from right here to right here is probably about 200 yards. So you make your yield turn onto Route 66. You go on Route 66, go down 200 yards to the stoplight here, and then you got a stoplight. When you turn off, you've got a and for some reason Robot Masters is not. Oh no, Robot Masters is showing up on my disc. All right, here we go. Anyways, you go down, you turn here, and this V's off. You can turn left to go on to 44 East, or you turn right to go on to 44 West. So you gotta turn here and then make another turn signal turn to indicate if you're gonna go left or right. So immediately, not even out of the turn. So rule of thumb, you gotta keep both hands on the wheel when you're making a turn. You're not even fully out of the turn, and you gotta initiate your fucking turn signals again to turn another way.
That's a fucked up intersection.
Yes, most of the fucking intersections in this driving test are fucked up like this. Anyways, you go down to I-44, 244 again. Like I said, you keep going down, and you keep going down the interstate. And I can't remember if it's, this is the first bridge you come across. But if you're taking the long way, and I don't remember the long way, but if you're taking the long way, I believe you continue on 75. Because you'll continue on 75 and then you go down. There's a place down here that's 2 bridge overpasses. I can't remember if it was that road or another one. That was last week. I don't remember that one. I've been on the short road 2 times. And apparently they take you on the short road if you failed. Anyways, 244. You continue down 244. Another bridge you gotta name off. The weights on. And continue down until it was 51, I believe. Yeah, 51st Street. And then you got exit off of this road here on and off ramp, and you gotta immediately slow down from
On a Southwest Boulevard.
yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh no, I was wrong. I was right, but I was wrong. I forgot. Okay, no, you turn off 244 onto this road, 45th, and you go from 45th, and this is where it gets into one of those other funky turns. You go down here, you turn, and you gotta make another sharp turn here. You can't see down this stretch of road because of the box truck and the angle of the fucking turn. You're making a 45-degree turn. That's what you're doing here. So you gotta make that 45-degree angle turn, then you gotta go down Southwest Boulevard, and you go down Southwest Boulevard. And I exited out of it. Great. That's fucking perfect. Duplicate string key. We're back again. because I was an idiot. And this has been, no, I don't want to do this shit. I want you to do what I want. I have a bad day. I do not want none of your shit. No, I don't want to do this. Do that. Google Maps. Damn it. There we go again. Fuck. Whole thing's bullshit. It's been bullshit day. Anyways. See if I can't find this again. Go down this way, and that's way too far.
I think you're. No, you're further down.
Yeah, I know.
Go further down. 57th. No, I think you were going up because the streets are going higher.
Yeah. I accidentally reached up and hit the fucking exit button. So, here it is. Route 66.
Yeah.
Go on this road here. And you continue down. Then you turn on the 51st Street. So turn up this road. You do your caution for your railroad tracks. And you go over this.
Do you really have to stop and put your caution
You
on?
don't have to stop. You have to slow down and announce that you're looking both ways on the tracks, making sure no signals and no sounds.
Okay.
If you stop, you fail.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
you got this stoplight here. Then you gotta make a right turn, and as soon as you make a right, you gotta make a left. I'm trying to get down to that one turn.
It's
Right,
it's further up.
You go up to this one. Continue going down this way, and you get to this one. And I want to see if I can go down the street view. How do I do street view?
You should right click on it. Of course, I'm used to doing it from my phone, so. Wait, there's the person.
There we go.
What also depends too is if they had the Google car on that road too.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, the Google
Anyways,
car's
you
been
go
here.
up. You go up to the stoplight. So yeah, there's a stoplight. And yeah, you gotta stop both ways, but immediately you gotta turn. To a stoplight here. You turn, you go up to here, and so you make your turn from there, from that stoplight, and you can tell what a flow of traffic is. So as soon as you make that, you then got, okay, come up to here and stop. And this is a 2-lane with no white line.
Yeah.
If you look that way, okay, 2-lane immediately goes to 1-lane. So from right here, this is what converges from a 2-lane to a 1-lane. Right here is actual the painting on the road.
Yeah.
So right here's a 1 lane, then converges over to a 2 lane here, but you can't see that. And then you gotta immediately come up to here, and he'll tell you, okay, you gotta make a left. Well, since you can't see the fucking lines on the road, there's a stop lane. Okay, what do? Okay, move on to this lane. It does not tell you there is no yield sign here.
No.
Guess what? This is a continuous turn for right-hand traffic.
Yeah, that's a continuous turn because you can.
Even if
There's
the light's red.
There's no traffic. Yeah, there's no traffic to oppose. There's no traffic to get into the flow with.
Yep.
And there's no
except for this light here, which is a turn lane into that one.
But so, even still,
where's your
but
yield
even
sign?
Well, true, but still, if you go, but still, even if there's nobody in the turn lane, it's still you still don't have to. You don't have to slow down to go through
You
it.
don't have to slow down or anything like that. What have the cars turn into this?
If there's no cars turning into it.
Okay, I can see that. Okay, the turn lane's open. This light should be red. If this light's red, you're supposed to continue on. You're not supposed to stop here. But if this light's red and this light's green, these cars are turning. What do you do then? Are you supposed to yield?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your yield sign? You're stopping in an intersection.
Oh, okay. No, you have the right. I'm sorry, you have the right of way.
I had the right of way, even if they have the green light here to turn.
Right. Yeah, because you're not. No, they don't even pay a fucking attention.
This is where this fucking course is tricky. This whole entire course is like this. It is bullshit. And then you continue on down to urban driving.
You see, I'm just going by from me though.
I'm going by for you. I'm going by what the fucking instructors are gonna do. Which today, it's like, what do you do? Okay. Every time I went up to that intersection, I have been lucky and the light's been green. Well, the next time it's red and this car's coming. And I go, okay, well, what do you do? Do you stop? Do you keep going? Is it going to be a fail if I continue going into traffic without yielding, even though there's not a yield sign down? Am I going to fail if I do stop because it's a continuous flow for me to go into there? What is it? Because I thought stopping at a yield sign when cars are coming is the right thing to do legally. Technically, I think it is, especially if you look in the book. But yeah, I got failed for it.
I think it depends on the situation. I do believe.
Yeah, well, the situation they tell you I'd stopped because there were cars in the right hand, and then they moved to the left hand before I had a chance to before I fully stopped. I continued going then, and I did continue going, but for the fact I stopped, it's a traffic violation.
The next time you just keep on going and say, hey, I stopped and I failed it. Now you failed me for this. So what is the point?
Yeah, and that's exactly the point I'm trying to get at. I said, I've got conflicting views from instructors. Because one instructor says, both hands on the wheel at all times. The other instructor said, one hand on the wheel is all you need within 20-second interval.
So does that mean you can't take your hand off the wheel if you're gonna to help pull the steering wheel for making a left or right turn?
That's why I got marked off for 1 point for the last instructor, because I took a hand off the wheel to go to the signal because it's so far down you can't fucking reach it. I showed you pictures of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it's like when you're making a left or right turn with those with the steering wheels that they have, you can't literally just take your hands and put them all the way around to make that turn. They'll take it off to help moving around.
Yeah, I know. And those turns you're making, okay, you're not supposed to signal when you're going through a turn, or you're not supposed to take your hands off the road when you're going through a turn, but yet you're going through a turn into another turn. And then you're going from a turn into another turn with no yield sign onto a road that has a green light that you're supposed to continue on the flow of traffic because there's no yield sign. But yeah, if it's a red light and that sign over there is green and you don't know if it's green or not, those cars turn right, it's like the course is intentionally meant to fucking fail you. I finally started noticing it today because after the test, I drove through that course just in my own vehicle to make sure of everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is bullshit. Because I said, one instructor says you gotta keep both hands on the wheel. You take it off, even for your signal, you get multiple point. The only time you don't get multiple points is when you take it off to go shift. But yet you're supposed to shift and go back on the wheel. You got another instructor says, no, you can keep one hand on the wheel for a 20-second period, so you can take your other hand to go through and do whatever you need to on the controls if you have to go through the controls. Like going through your turn signals, or going down to shift. Okay, that's 2 conflicting views. One instructor says, okay, well, don't worry about traffic behind you because they're supposed to be paying attention. You're coming up to a light that's turning, you're coming up to a light that's fucking turning yellow, getting ready to turn red. You're right there up on it. What do? Do you continue on through, or do you stop and try to, cause a fucking traffic accident behind you? The lady, that was what the guy says. No, you're supposed to stop right then and there. You don't worry about the traffic behind you because they're supposed to be paying attention. Yet this guy I have is, oh, you don't want to stop right here and yell because you're causing traffic to build up behind you. I thought you were supposed to pay attention to fucking traffic behind you. What is it? Guys, get on the same page. If you're gonna be instructing at a fucking school at a DMV, and you're gonna be doing multiple people, possibly multiple people for fucking retests, and you tell this one person, okay, this is what you failed at, and this is what you need to do, and then you go through and they get another instructor, and they do what you said, and then they fail you because you did what they said. What are you supposed to fucking do? Really? Hi, Antoine. What's up? Anyone, if you want to get in the chat, that's fine. If you want, I'm in Robot Masters, my Discord. Yes, I'm renting. I'm renting because I have spent $600. I've been doing this for fucking 2 years trying to get this fucking license. I am this fucking close to getting this fucking license. And I'm getting really tired of fucking driving, getting up at 3 a.m. to drive in Tulsa, getting in fucking line to wait fucking 6 hours just to be able to get in line to fucking sign in because it's first come, first serve, and then wait another 5 fucking hours to go through and do the test just to be gone through and fucking be failed for stupid shit like this. But yet some fucking towerhead driver can go fucking swooped, get his license, and doesn't even know anything about the fucking vehicle. White privilege, right? I have to take off fucking what to do this shit, miss a days of fucking pay. Gotta pay $160, $140 fucking dollars a pop to go rent the fucking truck. Gotta drive 2 fucking hours away to go through and do the test. Oh, it's okay, just come back again tomorrow and do the test. Not to mention, my company's on my ass to get this fucking done. My fucking permit expires in this fucking month. Permit expires, I can't renew it because I've already renewed it once because of the COVID bullshit. You're only allowed 2 times to fucking renew it. I've already checked. I can't renew it again because I've already renewed it once. It's a year stint. If I don't get this fucking driving test done and passed before the end of this fucking month, guess what? I gotta do the whole 2-year bullshit thing all over again. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off every time I go to walk. Or I go to a fucking truck stop. I go anywhere and I see all over Hawkman or whatever the fuck, they go by in the truck stop, going along, driving along the truck. They don't even know any fucking first part of the fucking truck. They don't know, my glide hands are backwards. Oh, they don't know, you're supposed to check the engine oil every fucking day. Oh, they don't know how to change out a fucking light. Because, they've never done this before. You go through and you ask them, what kind of engine do you have? Well, I don't know what kind of engine I've got. Is it yellow or red? I don't know. I never popped up the hood. Do you ever do a fucking pre-trip every day? Like it's supposed to? Well, I didn't know this fucking tire was bad. It's showing cords. You didn't see that shit? Did you release your parking brake and your trailer brake? What's that? No, I've been given that answer from foreign drivers before. Have you released your parking brake and your trailer brake to see if your truck will move? What's that? How did you get your fucking license? I'm having a hell of a time because I'm getting got for stupid shit all the fucking time, and yet these guys get a fucking Cracker Jack box, get the license. When the fuck are you getting your licenses from? I'll go buy that fucking Cracker Jack box. God damn. Done this 2 times now. There's 4 instructors there. I've gotten 2 of the most lenient ones. If I get the female test driver inspected tomorrow, I'm just saying no, I quit. Because I know for a fact I'm not gonna pass with her. I can figure out how much fucking money I fucking spent. So, $360 for the truck the first time. No, $340 for the truck the first time. $140 for the truck the second time. I don't want math right now. 340 plus 140 plus 140 plus 60 2 times for the medical license, because I've had to redo my medical license twice now. Because I've got 2-year licenses, but they made me get my medical permit, my medical card before they even let me take the fucking venting test. Failed the venting test 8 times because of bullshit questions. They didn't tell me I could review the test the next time before I took the fucking test. So that's about $10 a pop, plus the air brake test. Plus everything else on top of the permit, so that's $110 right there. Plus,
holy crap!
$56 for the permit itself. Plus they made me renew my license the first time whenever I went to go in because I was 4 months behind. So that is another $30, and then I had to renew my license again because I was doing this whenever I was still living at a place. So I had to get another license with my actual current fucking address. That's another $30. And then let's see what else I had to. Oh yeah, I had to get a new birth certificate. That cost me $200 fucking dollars because we lost it in the fucking flood. Plus I filled up my truck. I gotta fill it up each time I go down and back because it's a half tank of gas down and back. So each time it's about 20 gallons for a half tank. So full tank. So down and back is almost a full tank.
Wow, I'm surprised your company's not
So down and back. No, down and back's a full tank. So that's 3 times now. 40, 60, 80. And I gotta do it again tomorrow, so I gotta fill the truck up again. So that's $120. Just in gas right there, plus the turnpike fees, which turnpike fees going to Tulsa from here down there is about $7 one way, so $14 down and back, so that's
Is your company going to reimburse you for some of this?
no.
That's stupid. You would think that if it's a requirement for you, they should at least be able to. They should at least be able to reimburse you for some of it.
The terabyte piece at 14, 14, so that's 14 4 times. Plus 14 plus 14. 14. So far, in this whole fucking venture, in this whole fucking stint, and going through and trying to get my license out of my own fucking pocket, I have spent $1,241 fucking dollars.
How much?
1,241.
Wow, that's almost a full wow, stimulus check almost.
And that's if I pass it tomorrow. If I don't pass it, I get to add more to that. Yay! I'm just made of money.
Now, is this something that your company's requiring you to have?
Yep, and I don't get reimbursed.
No, I understood that. I just meant if you didn't get it, is it something they had to? If this is something that was kind of.
If I don't get it, I don't get let go. I don't get fired. I just don't get certain things during my 1 year.
Oh, okay.
This is meant. I need this to go up to the next level of tech in the shop because they require to have this to be in the next level of tech. I am right there, second below the highest level in my shop. I cannot get in. We don't have a level that high. Anyone in the shop that high. Right.
So you're talking like almost like a service manager, basically.
Well, not a service manager, like, you know, journeyman, master mechanic, and stuff like that. Master journeyman. And I'll be a master mechanic within the shop once I get this done.
Help for the guildless. What Sparky is talking about with the CDL is because when you get like brand new trucks in, or if you fix trucks, you have to do a little test drive on them. And he needs a Class B in order just to drive a bobtail just down the road of maybe 20 minutes and 20 minutes back, if that's how long the test drive's going to be.
If a test drive requires a trailer, I'm not doing it because our test trailer is not DOT legal. I know that for sure. And I do not want to take that rickety thing down the road. I refuse to get Class A. Or if I need a Class B, I am only getting Class B. I do not like driving for trailers, even on my personal vehicle.
With he would need to have a combination requirement on his CDL to go to an A for the trailer.
Yeah, and you know what? In order to get that too, I also have to do the same thing I'm doing with this B license with a fucking truck and trailer. We're probably the same instructors.
And also you have to go into the DMV, take a test to get the combination and stuff like that.
Yep. I'm not going through that right now. It's all enough just get a fucking B. And so I'm not getting A. I just need a B so I can drive trucks down the road and back. That is it. I don't even need to do that. We got mechanics in the shop to do it. The fact is they want a master level mechanic within the shop so they can have it on the credentials that there's a master level mechanic in the shop. That's the only fucking obstacles in my path. And then once I get that, I'll be the only one in the shop that has it. A master rank. There's other mechanics that have CDLs, but they're not to that rank because they don't have all the training and shit like that done.
I'm surprised just because of that they don't put you in a bobtail, since that's what you'll be doing.
So Oklahoma has this funky little rule: you cannot take a bobtail for a Class B permit. Oh, a Class B road test. You cannot take that in for a driving test. Yeah, I know. That's what I said too.
Yeah, that's what you'll probably be doing is test driving those trucks that come in on those the transport ways.
So no, here's the thing. So the reason why they don't want to do it, and according to the renter, the guy who owns the renting portion of the company, says they changed that rule back in January. So you can take a bobtail for the driving test. You can now. However, anyone you talk to within the DMV or anyone when you go schedule to test, and they ask you what truck are you gonna be taking, and you tell them a Class B test and a bobtail, they tell you you cannot do that. But yet the guy showed me in the book where it says they have changed the rules and you can now take Class B tests and a bobtail. He knows because they do Class B tests and bobtails at the facility for automatic restriction Class B permits.
That is another thing that I see a lot. I hear a lot of people, these guys that go through the Roadmaster driving school, and they have like automatics, and they go to a let's say they go to my last company was Blair Logistics. They have all manuals, 10-speed manuals. So now it's like they have to learn when they come in how to deal with a manual transmission instead of being what they were training on was an automatic.
Yeah. And I've been asked the question. I've been asked the question numerous times. It's like, Taylor, just go rent a truck and go to one of these places that's closer to a different facility. I'd love to. And this was back last year. So I haven't tried this year. I haven't tried scheduling for the test because, they changed rules. Because every time it seems like I've called them, oh, well, you can't take a test in a bobtail. I've already asked that several times. I've already had it thrown in my face. No, you can't do it. I'm not going to attempt to try again someplace else. But I'm getting asked by people, why don't you just go to a rental company like Ryder or Penske or some of these other places that rent out trucks? Or, go to a heavy equipment place, rent a fucking dump truck and stuff like that. You know
the
what?
money.
That's no. It's actually cheaper to rent a truck for a day from these guys, like Ryder or Penske or a heavy duty truck thing, like Power Supply or Power Rentals or Grand Rental Station. Get a dump truck from them. It's actually cheaper to go through them than it's this place. Here's the problem with this whole thing. Back in the good old days, back in like the 90s and the early 2000s, yeah, it's easy enough to find a truck with a standard in it.
Everything's automatic.
You're not gonna find that now.
Nope, everything's going to automatic because
Every one of these fucking trucks are automatic at these rental places. Why? Because renters are hard on clutches and transmissions. So every one of their vehicles now are automatics.
Plus,
even the heavy-duty ones, because the heavy-duty ones now have automatics. They're auto-shifting. They're technically a standard transmission with an automated mechanism on top of it. It's technically a standard transmission, but it's automatic. And if you go through and you take this test in a automatic, you automatically get slapped with a automatic restriction, meaning you can only drive a Class B or Class A, because they even do this with Class A's too. But with that restriction, the truck you drive has to be automatic. You can no longer drive a standard unless you go for and you redo the driving test in a standard.
Yeah. And also, too, is that they like a lot. I've talked with some certain people within some of the past truck companies while they're switching to autos, and they say, "Well, they show the fact that it's much easier on the driver and it's less stressful on them." I'm like, personally, I'd rather have a clutch than an automatic, but if that's what the company wants, that's for that.
Yeah. It's just
that's what they claim. That's what they're saying. The industry's going from manuals to automatics because it's less stressful on the drivers, and they can get a much longer. They'll get much out of them more.
It's just a bullshit hassle. Now, if I don't, I'm gonna go through and do this again. Spend the $20 in gas and spend the $14 on the fucking interstate and spend $140 to get the fucking truck again. If I don't pass this time, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a special trip to one of these towns that are closer that the place is open. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not gonna to the people who fucking scheduled this. I'm gonna go down and talk to the facility. I'll make a special trip out of the way if I have to go talk to them. And I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm gonna ask them, can I bring a bobtail down here? If they say yes, I can bring a bobtail down here to do the test. I will say, fuck Tulsa. I will pick out a new truck on the lot. Or use one, probably new. I don't know. I'll pick out one. I'll schedule some time off. I'll grab somebody with CDL. I'll grab a dealer tag. And I will go through and I will practice however long I need to in that truck to make sure I get all the gearing patterns down in the truck. Make sure I'm comfortable with that truck. Make sure I go through the town here with no issues in that truck. And then I'll take that truck down and I'll do the driving test at this other place.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this one more time down here. Rogue, what do you mean Sparky does the DMV know this? Are you talking about...
DMV knows shit.
The person renting out the fucking trucks. The person renting the trucks out to the people coming in for the test. He is the one that told me this. He is next door to the people at the DMV. Even the test instructors down there said, yes, you can bring a bobtail truck down here. Yeah, you talk to the scheduling department. They won't schedule you if you tell them, yeah, it's a bobtail truck. You can't take a Class B in a bobtail truck. Again, same fucking bitch and crap I have with the fucking driving instructors as the same thing I have with the whole fucking operation. Nobody's on the same fucking foot. It's like, come on, guys, it's not that hard.
One hand knows the other, and the other hand doesn't know the other. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of people going, it's like, well, why don't you just go ahead and go down with a bobtail to this place and take your test in a bobtail at this place? One, I'm really good at driving this box truck now. I actually was complimented by the guy today because I guess I am the only student that has been able to fucking downshift this truck correctly.
Well, it's your third time, that's why.
Well, I'm feeling they've had people do this like 10 times and still not be able to, still not even downshift this specific truck correctly because it does not like to go from 5th to 4th and does not like to go from 4th to 3rd.
Sounds like a synchro issue.
I'm sorry, I didn't even have the fucking chat pulled up. I'm sorry, Rogue. I don't have a thing that flashes on my screen like on StreamYards that tells you, hey, this person said this. I'm sorry.
He's in his own world, Rogue. He's in his own world right now.
I'm ranting right now. I'm not. I'm paying attention, chat, but I'm not paying attention, chat. I'll get to you.
Oh, I'll be out a couple seconds. I'm just gonna head to restroom. I'll be back on.
Okay. And that's why he's gone. This truck, I'm used to this fucking box truck, so there's no sense in bringing a fucking another truck down. And if I did bring another truck down, that'd be like, I'm still getting the same fucking instructors. I'll just be throwing another obstacle in my way, trying to learn this new truck again. Because every truck's different. You can have the same make and model trucks. It doesn't not matter. They could come off the assembly line, one right after another. Boom, 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 boom. They have exact same engines, exact same transmissions, exact same rear ends, tires. They could be built exactly the same. All those trucks were shipped differently in some way, shape, or form. Some of them will be easy. Some of them will be hard. It just depends. I hear the fucking thing all the time. Well, these trucks are exactly identical. Does not make a fucking difference. So why handicap myself with a truck I'm not fully familiar with when I'm familiar with this box truck now? But the issue is not with the fucking truck. It's with the instructors. No, everyone music today. I don't. No.
It wouldn't make them feel good. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like is when you have multiple instructors that they all think they're teaching the same thing, but it's all different.
Oh, cool. The battery on my headset's high. Now I can.
It's high? It's high like a kite?
Well, I just said it's high, so it might be high as a kite, it may not. So I can push down away now. I can bring my mic volume back up so my microphone's pushed out of the way. No, get this. So, and there's a little horse story I heard down here. And so far, I've heard it from 3 different individuals because there is people from Enid and the Panhandle in Oklahoma City coming to Tulsa to take a driving test.
The hell?
So, there is one instructor. She's female. And she goes between Woodward and OKC. She goes between those 2 places as a driving instructor.
Okay.
Now tell me if this is not a conflict of interest. And I don't even know why they keep her hearing these stories. So far in the last 2 years, she has not passed a single person.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah.
She has. Oh no, this is not the same girl. This
Oh,
is a
it's
different
not.
one. This is one from Woodward and OKC. This girl up here is a different one, but she's close. And
Okay.
here's the reason why. And here's the reason why she won't pass a single person. 2 years ago, I believe her husband and child was killed by a drunk driver in a semi.
Jeez.
I have not seen this firsthand, but I have heard this from 3 different individuals, 3 different times down here. I know they wasn't talking to each other. So I heard it 3 different times, so there's gotta be some truth and merit to it. I haven't heard it from the rental guy. The guy at the rental store here. He even said the same thing. He was a former driving instructor himself.
Yeah.
So I don't have any proof of it. I don't have any validity of it, but it came from 3 different places, so I'm pretty sure that it's true. And that's the case. I think that's a little bit of a conflict of interest, and not passing a single person within the 2 years of that is like, okay, what did some of these? Did they do anything wrong, or is it just because she just doesn't like truck drivers now?
That's almost like being anti-gun and working at the ATF.
Exactly. No, it's not like being anti-gun walking on the ATF. It's like being anti-gun walking on OMA.
Working on them. Okay.
Well, alright, so OMA. Is it OMA? No, it's not OMA. It's AOA. American Rifle Association?
And yeah, the NRA, yeah.
National Rifle. It's like being anti-gun and walking in NRA.
Yeah.
That's what that's like. Alright, so you're an anti-truck driver walking as a truck driver DMV instructor. What the fuck?
Being anti-truck and work at the FMCSA.
Mm-hmm.
Or at
FTech.
or OOIDA.
Yep. But I'm glad all of up there, and apparently there's people that would drive from the Panhandle, from all places all over in the south and the west of Oklahoma, to come to Tulsa because it's a better facility.
What?
Yeah. Because of that fact. There's somebody got failed 8 times down there on the driving test. And they went down to Tulsa and passed it the first time.
I mean, that's got to be almost a full. That's got to be almost a full day drive just to get down there.
It
From
is.
the
There's
Panhandle.
some people rented hotels.
Just
They
to go
drive
to
down.
Tulsa.
Yeah, they drive down that night because it's like a 6-7 hour drive, and they drive
Yeah.
down that night, and then they get up at 3 a.m. to go down wait in line to be able to do the test.
That's not even enough. That's not even enough time to sleep.
It depends on what time you leave.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you leave at 3 p.m. the day before and you get, well, hell, 3 p.m. noon. You leave at noon the next day, you get down there, you get your room about 9 o'clock p.m., go immediately to sleep, and since you're in Tulsa, I mean, you don't have to drive very far, so you don't have to get up at 3 a.m. You can get up at 4 a.m. and drive down there and be in line.
Oh yeah.
But no, there's a place that's 20 minutes away. There's one place that's 20 minutes away. The DMV got moved from there to this town up here because the town I live in, the DMV was only open Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they rotated it around between 6 major towns in this area. They closed 4 of those down, and there's only 2 open. One to the south of me, about 40 minutes, and one in the town I live in. The problem is, the one I live in doesn't do the driving test for CDLs. However, one of the other places that got closed down are still doing the driving tests for now.
Yeah.
They're scheduled to be closed here soon, but they're not closed yet. So if things don't go good on this one, I'll drive to that one to see how it goes and see if what I can do, and then go from there. However, I don't know what else to do. It's like it's bad because the guy told me is like, just drive it the way you would drive it if I wasn't in the truck.
And you do, and you get failed it.
And it's like, I am. And it's like, you wouldn't stop at that yield sign. Actually, I would, because there's a yield sign in the town I live in. Actually, there's a yield sign at the end of my street. I stop at it every fucking morning.
Even if there's no cars coming?
Even if there's no cars coming, because it's a straight. It's a T. Yeah. It's a T at the end of the street. On the other end of the street is a stop sign. On this end of the street, it's a yield sign.
Okay.
Yeah, I stop at it. It's supposed to be a stop sign. It's not like it turns off into traffic. And it's a two-way turn. You can turn right or you can turn left. What fucking yield sign goes up to a T to turn right or left that doesn't stop? Especially if the road right there is continuous traffic with no yield or stop signs. Captain Hook got hit on that because it's a yield. It's a yield sign, turn right off, and there's a truck barreling down the fucking road that she didn't see because it was coming down behind another vehicle. She seen the parked vehicle, she didn't see the car. And when she went to go turn, that car fucking passed her and honked at her.
Yep.
You damn right I fucking stop at yields. And I tell you this much right now, when I drive a fucking semi-truck for practice, my hand's on the fucking shifter.
Yep.
Because most of the trucks you get down there for, for the semis, they're 18 speeds. Most of the fucking trucks in these Peterbilts.
Yeah.
So you're automatically shifting every 5-10 seconds. Why fucking take your hand off the fucking shifter and go back up to the road? Just go back down the shift again.
Now, are you splitting the gears, or are you just going from high to high?
Splitting. Well, depends. If it's a 13 speed, you're splitting the gears. If it's
18.
No,
if it's a
time out.
10, you don't. If it's a 10 speed, you don't split. A 13 speed,
yeah.
the low end doesn't split. The high end does.
Yeah.
18 speed, you split the bottom end. Then you also have to split the top end.
Yep. And the way I've been taught in these trucks is to go through and ship through all of them. Because usually when we're walking on trucks like that, we usually walk on the transmissions. So you got to go through all the gears to make sure everything is working correctly. You don't have to, but you got to make sure everything's working properly. And that's also part of some of the things that we do on our test drives, is we also go through a preliminary, make sure everything on the truck is working. So we'll test out all the functions on the vehicle, even though we didn't work on them, so we can do our pre-care preliminary to give them a report of, yes, this is what we repaired on your truck. Also, for your information, we also found this, and this wrong. So I've been taught, even if you don't have to, because I know on the 13s, the ones for, see, a 10 speed, you don't. It's just got the high and low. On a 13 speed, you'll have high, low, and a red button. And that red button, you only shift on the higher gears, and it goes from low to high on the high gears. And on an 18 overdrive, it's a gray button, and that gray button you shift even in the lower gears along with the top gears.
I put a diagram of the 13 speed on your Tech Talk if you want to show what we're talking about.
That's not it. Oh, that's memes. Never mind. So chat, I'm not looking at chat because I'm looking at this on the screen. So don't be mad if I don't answer your questions. So yes, this is a 18. So the only difference, so this shift pattern will never change whether if it's a 10 speed, a 13 speed, or 18 speed. This 6-board shift pattern is the same in every one of these trucks. Here's the only difference. In 18 speed, your first gear is low, and you can go from low to high, but that doesn't count in the shift pattern. The other gears, the 4 other gears, they do count. So, and this will have a gray button on the side. And how you go through and you shift this one, when you put in the first gear, instead of shifting down to go into second, you shift gray button, let off the throttle, and go back into it. That allowed the synchronizers in the back to shift, and you go from one low to one high. Then you shift down to 2, you flip that button back into the start position, and you go down into 2. And then you go through and do the same thing. Rev up, get up to speed, shift, let off the throttle, go back into it, and go from 2 low to high. You can do that all the way through until you get to 4. Then when you go 4, you go back to 5, and then you do 2 button presses. You take the gray button, put it back in the start position, go up, lift up on your high-low synchronizer, that will shift it into high range on the back of the box. And you go back into the first starting position, which is actually 5 now since it's in high range. And you rinse and repeat on that one. Go on 5 low, shift it, 5 high, low throttle, back into it, shifts. Then you go down to 6. And you do all the adding up, that equals up to 18. If it's an 18 overdrive, usually the gearing's different, but low would be 1. If it's an 18 overdrive.
And a 13 speed is the same as this, but
the low side.
The bottom from gears 1 through 4 are standard. They're not. You cannot beat that redheaded stepchild like you can in an 18 speed on all 4 gears.
Yeah, there's a locking mechanism within the shift handle. So when it's a gray button, the gray button you can shift in low and high. When it's a red button, it will not allow you to shift until it's in high range. And when it's a high range, it unlocks it, and then you can shift it into high.
Yeah, you float them too. You can float. It's nice to float a 13. I've done it. Well, it's nice to float a 10 speed too.
Yep. And then you'll get one that really fucks you up. And
15 speed
or 9 speed.
It's Super 10.
Yep, Super 10 on 9, which low would be first, and then first, second, third, fourth, fifth, but you don't go back into first. You go into
You shift down, go high, go
Yeah.
back in for second, go low, shift down to third, go shift high, go up, go neutral fourth, go flip it again, go to fifth, go back over to where one would be, fifth, sixth. It's like that ratchet back and forth.
Yeah.
I've dealt with one of those and I fucking hated it.
Maxidines.
Yeah. I have not done with a twin stick, and I'm glad I haven't.
Yeah, that's a Maxidine.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Well, it's not a Maxidine. Wait, question. Alright, so Rogue, I've got it back on chat now. What's your question? I'm gonna pop this out. So I have it over here. That way I can see it. It's over my yeah, there it is. Okay. Question. Ask. And while we're maxing, I want to see if I can find a Maxidine transmission. It's a 2-stick, 6-speed Mac.
No, isn't that like one's a 4 and the other one's a 2?
I don't remember. I don't even attempt to fucking remember.
I've seen videos where they got to reach through the steering wheel to.
Yeah, no, that's what this is. And I'm not bringing this up to driving part. You can't see. I don't know if that's what this is.
I think I may have found it. Check on the Tech Talk. That's doozy for you.
That's not it. That's a meme.
Oh, it is?
That's a meme.
Oh, wait, I think I found it. No, that's an old Jeep pattern one. So, Ford. Twin stick.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, I'll share the screen. Oh, I thought you had a question. Quit trolling me, Rogue. Anyways, does that.
Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. It's not showing up on the stream. Oh, there it is.
But yeah, there's like 2 gear shifters, and the way this thing, it's like.
No, when he has to
fuck that
move both
shit.
of them. No, it's when it's complicated. He's got to move both of them at the same time.
Like coming up.
Yeah. He's got to reach for that arm through the steering wheel.
We had a fire truck like this at the fire department. Let me tell you what, that fucker never got drove. And I do not blame them. Now, there's another one. Now, this ain't a Maxidine, but this is a modified W900. Yeah. And it's an 18 overdrive. But what they did was
That one's the high-low switch.
And the other one is the range switch. And then the
Yeah.
other one's the shifter pedal. So it's just 2 L levers. And it is the most bullshit setup. We had a truck that had this modification in the shop. Nobody drove it. Yeah, take a driving test in this thing. So up your hands off the steering wheel. Imagine trying to slow that bastard down there in a fucking hurry.
Imagine with the engine brakes on.
Yeah. You would never catch me fucking. You'll never catch me dead in one of these trucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the conversion where it's the high-low switch is the twin stick, but
that's nice. That's
switch.
nice. When it's a two sticker, and we've had a couple two stickers come in the shop that's been modified like that. That's no problem. No, it is a problem if you forget which one's the high-low and which one's the actual shifter.
Well, I think you would know which one was the shifter and which one would be the high-low.
If you don't drive the truck all the time, and this is the first time you've ever been in this truck, and the person who owns the truck and drives the truck is not there, and you gotta take this way on the road, you would be surprised.
I understand. Yeah, true.
Now, if you designed it, and you know it, and you've driven it day in, day out for however long you've owned the truck, that's one thing. If you've never stepped foot in this truck except to walk on it, and then you go in to test drive it, and you are staring at 3 fucking shifters on the deck, does not have any of the stickers on it to tell you if it's a 10, a Super 10, a 13, a 15, a 18, or 18 overdrive. And you don't know. Now, I'll tell you right now, they have done these conversions in 13 speeds. And guess what? That third lever is not locked if it's not in high gear. Let me tell you how big of a fucking problem that causes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, one guy. Truck would not even fucking move out of the shop, but we could not figure out why.
Destroy the tranny.
It didn't destroy it. It won't fucking put it in the gear. It locks it out on the shifter. But it will also lock out on top of the transmission. So it's effectively you're double neutral in it. It's in neutral, and it won't do anything until you're in higher gears. But if you don't have a strip pattern and you don't know, okay, this one's the range, this one is the high-low select, and this one's the shifter, and this is a 13, so this doesn't do this, and this does this. If you don't know that information, you'll never be able to drive one of these.
Understand, yeah.
And the guy, we even asked the guy about it. It's like, you know this is an issue that happens with this truck. Yeah, I know. And also, it intentionally reversed the high-low range to the opposite direction. So, you would think with it being up, it's down, and down, it's up. It's the reversed way. It's like, well, why'd you do that? Anti-theft protection. It's like, that's a really good fucking anti-theft. Yeah, they could start the truck up. Good luck moving the motherfucker.
Right? Once you hear that anti-theft, it's like, then all of a sudden it clicks in your mind, it's like...
No, it makes sense. And
yeah, it does.
I understand why, but it's like, you could at least told us.
Yeah, then that is the driver's fault. But you would assume that would be already spoken.
Yeah, a lot of these fucking drivers don't fucking do that. We had one driver that came in, really nice show truck. Really nice show truck. Everything, the door handle, the door, everything on it was exactly the same. You look on the outside of it, everything's fucking same. Somebody went out to go open up the door, went to go open up the door.
Suicide. Oh.
Yeah, well, open up from the back. Instead of the front.
Yeah. Oh,
it
was a regular door.
Yeah, the hinges were in the back of the door, not in the front of the door, but the handle was in the back of the door. So you had to, and the driver never told us this, and the mechanic went out to go fucking open the truck. We called a locksmith down because, well, not a locksmith, but we were about ready to fucking disassemble the fucking door because we couldn't get into the door, and we called the driver. I was like, oh, no. In order to open this door, you must open up the latch, push in on the front of the door, and when you push in on it, it undoes another latch, and then the door spring opens.
Okay.
So you've got to open the door handle and then push on the front side of the door, and then it opens. And then on the inside of the truck, it's rigged up to the handle. Whenever you open up with the handle, it automatically does both at the same time and opens the door.
Huh. That's stupid.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of stupid shit.
Well, I can understand if it was having issues if it was shaped and he was having issues with the door poppers on it, like something like that. But when you have a key to put it in, and you have to push the front end, that's kind of stupid. Unless that's his way of an anti-theft.
Here's another one that Ben shed. I know you can't see this on the screen, but that good. But yeah, imagine getting in a truck, you can see this shift pattern. Yeah, fuck that.
That could be a twin. I mean, yeah,
that's a meme. That transmission does not exist. I can tell you that much right now. That is a meme somebody made up. I've seen this floating around several times. There is no fucking transmission with this shift pattern. But to somebody that has never been in a semi truck before, that has never seen a semi truck before, that is used to the, you stick it in drive and you go down the road and they climb into a semi truck and they see the gear shifter, this could be kind of the idea that pops in their head. How the fuck does this work?
Have you seen that meme of what a person really thinks about a truck? It has a shifter with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it has like the 18 on the bottom. The rest of it, then it's like what 18 speed really is.
God. There are all 9-speed transmissions out there now, all on one fucking shift board.
Oh, I bet there is.
That does not have a high-low range. This International is one brand of it. It's a brand of Eden Spicer transmission. And the 6-speed is the end-all, be-all. It's the common one. You'll see that 9-speed synchronized, and there's there's like 6 shift bars in this thing, and it's all on one gear shift with no high-low. And you'll see that on old heavy-duty transmissions. Well, that too, because they are so fucking low gear shift, and they're a fucking pain in the ass to drive. Because if you're loaded fully, okay, you need every one of those gears to have the torque to be able to go. If you're empty, you need to skip 3 gears at a time. Just get this fucker down the road at a moderate speed. But now, I'll tell one more story and I'll end this out. I think ranting for 3 hours is good enough. Exit out, pop out chat. No, but I do have to thank my foreman. My foreman at the shop helped me out a lot. Because for the longest time, I've had issues downshifting these 10 speeds, 13 speeds, and 18 speeds. Because they are non-synchronized. The only thing that's synchronized in these transmissions are the high-low.
Because it's air assist.
Yeah, it's air assist, but they're the only thing synchronized.
Yeah,
everything else within this transmission is not synchronized. So when it's not synchronized, it means
grind it till you find it.
Well, that's where the term gear jammer gets into play. But there's a
Yeah.
way to do it. There's a way to do it without grinding gears, and it's called floating. Now, upshifting is just fine. You can upshift in one of these trucks all day long and not have an issue. Because you'll shift around 1600.
Yeah.
And when you're going up, you're shifting from 1600. And when you let off of it to shift down, usually by the time you shift down and get ready to go into the next gear, the RPMs drop down to the correct speed needed, where everything's lined up to go right down into the next gear. And you gotta be within like 100 RPMs for it to go into next gear without grinding or without issues. So upshifting just fine. It does it for you. Downshifting, however, is a different story altogether. Because you have to actually increase the RPM. So you gotta take it out of gear and say
Spike it up.
Say you're in a high gear. Say you're going from let's just say it's a 13, you're 9 high, you're just in the low settings, you're using the low settings. If you're doing that, then technically it's an 8 speed. So you're going from 8th down to 7th. You want to slow your truck down until you get to about 1,000 RPMs. When you get to 1,000 RPMs, you'll give it some throttle, get it out of gear, slowly increase the throttle up within a certain amount of time so you're not sitting there holding, in neutral going down the road. Increase your RPM up to around 1,400 RPMs, and around 1,400, slide it into 7th, continue going up, and as you're going up, it'll slide on in. And I had trouble for the longest time with that. And it just, you don't get to test drive a lot, especially at the shop, because, you're taking 2 mechanics off the floor to be able to test drive to get practice in for me. So don't really get a lot of practice. And going from one part of the shop to the, because, our shop's divided up into 2 sections. You go down the road to another end to what's called a detail shop. And it's about an 1/8 of a mile. Well, driving that 1/8 of a mile down the road, they don't mind going out on the side roadway to, if you don't have a CDL to go from one point to another point. I do it all the time so I can test out and recalibrate clutches on automatics, on auto shifts. But going down that 1/8 of a mile is not enough to be able to really work on upshifting and downshifting. It's probably about maybe 15 seconds down the road. So I don't get really a lot of practice. And everybody has their own way of doing it. And I've never found a way that works for me. I've had one person say, well, have your engine brakes on when you downshift. Oh,
hell no.
I about fucking wrecked the truck because of that shit.
No.
I went to go, because, because nobody explained to me how to fucking do this and shit like that. Okay, engine brakes on, getting ready to go fucking downshift. Engine brakes kick on, fucking slam you down. Okay, you're out of fucking gear. You just jerked the fucking truck all to hell because you wasn't expecting it. Okay, trying to upshift it. You're upshifting it, trying to get into gear. Okay, you let off the throttle. Well, you let off the throttle and it finally clicks into gear, but when you let off the throttle, it activates the fucking engine brakes again. You fucking slamming it down all fucking again. Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I had one person tell me that. Another person tell me another way. Another person who plainly just said, nah, just rev up the RPM and jam it in. And it's like, okay, I don't know how that works. You want to show me? Okay, going down the road. Okay, this is how you downshift. Damn!
Yeah.
There ain't any teeth left on the fucking transmission by the time you get back to the shop?
Oh, you hear that at the truck stops when they get in. Well, at a standstill.
Oh yeah, it's like, god damn, dude. It's like, I don't know much, but I know this much. I know that's severely damaging the transmission. Don't do that.
What I do is I'll get it to where it's like somewhere between 15 to 1700 RPMs. I'll pull out. I'll stab the throttle to get it up. Then normally goes right in. And it'll be right, and then it ends up at that 1500 RPMs for me.
But yeah, it's, you know, and it's going down practicing, and I was, you know, after, you know, failing the test last week, I was beating myself up a lot because, you know, just, you know, you normally do it. Everyone has their own way to vent and stuff like that. I've been beating myself up over it. Today it's just like, you know, fuck it, I'm venting about it. I'm not beating myself up over this because I don't think I did a fucking thing wrong. But anyways, and he helped me out. I was like, you know, I'll go with you and I'll help you out on the things you need help with. And I was like, well, technically, I don't need help with anything because the simple fact, it's just, you know, what they're telling me on this one, it's just common sense items I just got to remember to do. It's like shifting and downshift. It's synchronized transmission. I don't have to worry about it. And then it got to get me thinking. It's like, however, I will take you up on your offer if you can show me how to downshift in these trucks. Because if I do get my license and I did go test drive trucks, I'm going to need to know this. So he takes me out and he gets in the truck and he's, you know, God bless my foreman. He knows how to explain shit to me, and because, okay, telling me simply does not work. You got to tell me step by step on how it works and why. And that's the only way I learn how to fucking do shit. That's the reason why I'm so good at complicated shit at shop, is because it's complicated. Anyways, he goes through and explains to me step by step on what to do and exactly what he's doing and what he's trying to achieve by doing this. It's like, okay. And yes, I will get that in just a minute. Anyways, we get 20 miles on the road and pull off. We switch around. And he goes, and we're going down the interstate. And it's like, and we're not going to go off ramps. We're not going to go on ramps. We're not going to go through towns. I'm going to show you the exact same way I showed the service rider that's in the shop. And she used to be a mechanic until she became a service rider. But she was going through her CDL, and he helped her out. And she even suggested to me, he's like, you know, get your foreman, get the foreman to show you. He's really good at explaining and showing how. Well, he's always been busy. He actually took time out, and it's actually been helping me for the last couple days. So, again, thank you. I know I've said it enough to you in person, but still, thank you. But we go down, and it's like, all thing we're gonna do. It's what got shipped between 8th and 7th and 7th and 8th. And that's the only thing we're going to do going down the road. And I'm going to tell you when to shift each time. It's like, okay. And it's like going down the road, going from 7th to 8th. It's like, okay, slow the vehicle down. Slow it down to about 1100. Okay, as soon as you get to 1100, give some gas, take it out, then gently throttle up to about 1500. And I did that a couple times, and I think I'm about the 10th set I was doing that. I finally got it without grinding the gears. And once I got it without grinding the gears, we started slowing down a little bit more. Okay, going from 7th to 6th. Okay, go from 6th to 7th. Okay, we're going to do something different. We're going to go from 8th to 6th. And I want you to slow the vehicle down to about 800. Then I want you to increase the RPM up to about 1800. And around 1500, start putting into 7th. Putting into 6th. Okay, doing this. Did that a couple times. Okay, I got it. Alright, you're doing really good. Okay, and we're good now. Just continue on to the shop. Okay, cool. We're done. Go on to the shop. I'm going down the road. All of a sudden he reaches over. He knocks that fucking shifter. I was like, okay, find it. I'm sitting there going, what the fuck?
It'll pop out.
Huh?
Sometimes, Sparky, when you think you're in the hole.
And he explained to me afterwards. But it's just like, out of the fucking blue, he just sitting there driving down the road and he goes, pops out, goes, okay, find it. And he did that to me 6 times.
Yep.
Going back to the shop. And I was cussing him the entire fucking time going back to the shop. So I stop fucking doing that shit. And he was sitting there and fucking drives in the passenger seat just giggling, laughing his fucking ass off. And I think the first 3 times it's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, and finally was able to get it. And about the 4th time, I was getting it, and the 6th time, okay, I was good. And he pulled back up to the shop, and it's like, you always sometimes will get a transmission, the detent is not fully secured, and when you're going through high and low torque bands, it'll pop it out of gear. So there's that. Plus, it's also good to know. It's also good to know just in case, especially if you're going through trying to find a gear, knowing the placement, knowing where it's at, and shit like that. So I custom, but afterwards it's like, you know what? That really helped out a lot. Thank you. Now I can ship these fucking trucks without issue, and at least I got an idea how to go through and figure it out on other transmissions. Yeah, again, other transmissions are different. You can have 2 of the same transmission, and they both shipped differently. Anyways, I'm going to see what Rogue put into... it's not what I want. My fault. The link put in chat, I didn't open a new link. And oops, something's wrong. And oops, something's wrong.
I put it up on mine.
It's not pulling up on mine. Here, let me show you display capture. Go over to Rogue's link on the first one, open a new tab. Pulls me into YouTube Studio. Go to the second one, must play, open new tab, opens me up to YouTube Studio. Let me open it up in a new window. For some reason, it's asking me to log in.
All right.
It's asking me to redo my fucking security verification. Why are you letting me stream then? And you know what? It's popping up again. Oops, something went on.
I did the very last one. It works for me. The one just before the 3 night bots.
Open link in new tab. Let me copy this. Let me go over into a new tab. Just post it in. That's not allowing me to fucking open it. Alright, let me open up in Explorer.
What's the weather be like tomorrow?
It's not allowing me to fucking view it. You know, fuck it. I'm going to,
I said that's surprising.
I'm gonna go down to show links in my Discord.
Windslayer put one up. Probably the same one.
Oops, something went wrong. Okay, lady, love you, bye. Okay, lady, love you, bye-bye. I don't get it. You know what? Let me put this in show links then. I don't know why. It's wanting to put me through to... Why? Why are you putting a fucking YouTube studio in front of it? It's... Oh, wow. It's wanting to put YouTube studio in front of everything.
Have you done the screen share?
With you?
Yeah, I can do screen share. I can screen share that.
Well, I got it now, so...
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I've got this is stupid, so I'm gonna open up the first one. Open up a new tab. See, it's got the YouTube studio in front of it. If I take the studio dot, exit out of it, hit enter, and pulls it up. The fuck? Oh, okay. Let's go to the second one again. I don't know why YouTube's doing this shit. It's got studio in front of it. And it's just the same thing. And then Renslayer posts. Okay.
I got screen share up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this because I'm afraid of music.
Okay.
And Rogue posts again. So again.
Yeah, the one that
I don't know why I gotta do this shit. I did it again. Okay. It's the same thing over. Okay, I played it. Okay, lady, love you. Bye bye. Okay, I don't get it.
And then the one that Windslayer puts up, it's a
redo of
Attack on Titan fan made.
That's the one I didn't want to play. That's the one I didn't want to play. Because it's got the music. It's got the music from Attack on Titan on it.
That's what I wanted to. That's what it was. Since you can't seem to get it up.
Yeah. Well, I got it pulled up. And I got them all pulled up. I just don't know why.
Oh, okay.
It's wanting to put studio.youtube.com in front of it. I don't know why it's wanting to fucking do that shit. Go ahead and delete the studio dot in order for it to pull up. Nothing's going right today.
Well, it's because you had a fun. It started out fun. That's why.
No, starting out fun would be me being able to go, see bitches, see what I got. I finally got this. That would be my bout of fun today. Without having to constantly be, antagonized at the fucking shop. You haven't got your CDL yet? You haven't got your CDL yet? You haven't got your CDL yet?
Did you tell them how you failed?
Oh, no. They're just as pissed as I am. Because I told them exactly what they failed me on. And they're like, that is bull shit. And I was even talking to my manager today and telling him, yeah, it's rescheduled for tomorrow. So, yeah, I got to take tomorrow off, too. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, no, just do what you need to do to get it. And I was explaining to him, and it's like, they didn't give that to you? They flunked you for being overly cautious? And it's like, pretty much, yeah.
The funny part is your service manager probably has more knowledge than those instructors do.
And he doesn't have a CDL.
I know, but what I'm saying is he probably has more knowledge of it than them, and even though he doesn't have it.
Yeah. Well, alright, so this service manager we got is a new one. Our old one quit to move to another shop in our franchise to take it over and get it back up to its feet because when I first started the shop, it needed help getting back up on its feet. And the former service manager did a phenomenal job. I was hired in with the shop for about 2 years, and then they swapped over. He was the foreman whenever I got hired in. He was my foreman whenever I got hired into the shop. And then he went from being foreman to service manager within 2 years. And he's actually somebody used to be on You ever watch Trip My Truck?
Yeah.
Okay. He's actually. Yeah, I don't know if you seen the Iron Man episode.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay, if you go through and you go through all the episodes for Trip My Truck and you find the Iron Man episode, I'll point him out to you. Well, I think it's season 3, and it's hard to find online. Trust me, you almost gotta go fucking CMT.com or buy it, almost some shit like that. You gotta find, but it's the Iron Man truck. But he was the fabricator for season 3, and if you go through and you watch the show where they're building Iron Man, he is the one in the golf cart cage. When they're fucking, how they usually fuck around and do skits at the beginning of the show before they get the job assignments from Boss Man.
Okay.
He's in the golf cage. Golf cart, not golf cage. He's in the golf cart ball picker up thing. Getting golf balls swung at him. Here's my foreman.
Okay. Rob Richardson?
No. He died.
That's the one that died. Okay.
He was a stereo audio guy. Don't say the name, please. I'm trying. Rob Richardson, that's fine. He's part of Trip My Truck. It's. I just don't want the name said and it being tied to anything. I'm just giving vague descriptions. That's all I'm doing for you to find. But he was the foreman, and he was foreman for about 5 years, and then he left this shop franchise to go into another shop franchise in the middle Missouri. Not gonna say where, but middle Missouri. To get that shop back up and going. And the body shop manager, it was promoted to him. So he went from being body shop manager to truck shop manager. Kind of a stretch, going from, walking at body shop to walking on trucks. He's doing a really, really good, phenomenal job. He's actually, him and the foreman manager were tight. They talked together. They had the same strategies. They had the same work ethics. They basically worked together to bring this entire facility back up to a good, proper standard that's respectable. So it was a good transition.
Oh yeah.
So this is actually my third manager at the shop, and he has been absolutely fucking helpful. He tries to do right by mechanics. He tries to do right by the customers, and he tries to make sure if there's a problem, he tries his best to walk out the problem and come to a solution. And both him and my foreman have been nothing but supportive for this whole thing. They've been bitching on harping every now and then, just kind of goad at me. It's like, come on, man, you've been doing this for 2 years. You don't have your fucking CDL yet. But the manager that went to the other shop, the one that was my foreman beforehand, he was sitting there giving me the hardest time about it, because I don't see what's so hard about this. I went down to the DMV, took the running test, got a truck and trailer from up here, went down and did the driving test. I had it all done in 1 day.
Yeah.
It's like, good for you. You also live within the state. The test facilities within the state. And you've also had experience doing this stuff too. I haven't.
Yeah.
I wish it went that simply. I wish I could have had this a long time ago. Because it has been nothing but headaches and fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason why this stream is named OK DMV is bullshit.
And does your coworkers, do they understand that too, or are they just dumbfounded?
Oh no, they understand it, and some of the ones that live in Oklahoma that walk up there are going, "Yeah, I'm never gonna get my CDL." As in, you don't think you gotta pass? No, I'm just not gonna go for the bullshit. I'll stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because I think we got 4 of them. Not including me. So there's at my shop. There's about 5 people who live in Oklahoma, and work in Missouri.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a stream. If you want to stay in, that's fine. I'll talk to you afterwards. Anyone still watching? I know there's only 2 people watching. I know we bored everyone off. I don't care. But anyways, if you're still watching, you want to chat. You're in the Discord. Hop on in Robot Masters and we can chat. So with that, I'm gonna play the 2 songs I played during the beginning of the stream because I like them. If anyone doesn't know, the
40
songs
miles.
yeah, they're
We're like Red Funk, Red Sovine, and all them. Those good people.
yeah. But it's Give Me 40 Acres and the Bandit Express. I was actually a short story real quick.
I think you like White Knight too.
It's not them. The Bandit Express, which is actually one of the theme songs to Smokey and the Bandit Part 3.
Right.
I was actually real surprised to find out Lee Greenwood is the one that sings that song.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that of the third Smokey the Bandit.
I don't like the movie. I do like the music. I like some of the comical, hilarious takes that they do within the movie. But it's like, yeah, if it was a standalone movie, not trying to follow up behind Smokey and the Bandit 1 and Smokey and the Bandit 2, I would say, okay, for a standalone movie, change the story up a little bit. Okay, it gets a good gag. It's not something I would suggest to anyone, but yeah, it gets a good gag. Gets a good laugh. But when you're putting this up as a third movie to follow up behind Smokey and the Bandit Part 1, which is a really good movie, and Smokey and the Bandit Part 2, which is went a little too far into the comedic side and kind of went full of itself.
Yeah.
More into the gags and the comedy instead of what Smokey and the Bandit was. It was still a good movie because the premise seemed believable. You can see Big and Little Ennis Burdette doing that. I can see them, goading the bandit into, taking an elephant for the Republican Party for our election in Texas. I could see them doing that. They fucking made a bet on bootlegging coolest beer from Texarkana to Atlanta. Okay, that's something up their alley. That betting, man. They want to see excitement and fun. I can see them doing shit like that. But it gets full of itself, and on the hilarious aspect, especially when it comes down to Buford, getting both his brothers or cousin. I can't remember if his brothers or no, his brothers. Yes, one brother from Canada and one brother from Montana or Washington. I can't remember where, but
yeah, I can't remember.
One was gay and one was Canadian.
Yep,
all played by him. Okay, that's going a little too far. Hilarious, but that believability factor just kind of, drops down a smidge. And then you get to Smokey and the Bandit Part 3, and it's like, the fuck is this?
They played himself, so they played. I just didn't like it. It just wasn't. It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good. But I liked it for the laughs and the gags and stuff like that. Which reminds me, and let me ask you something real quick while we're still live. Anime Watch Club. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of shows with like Penn, KG, Tyro, Lo-Fi, Rogue on Anime Watch Club. I wanted to expand it out just a little bit. Not for anime movies, but for actual movies. And there's a couple movies I want to do. Actual legit movies. But I need to find somebody to do them with. I know Rogue will probably be okay with doing it. I know he's done some of them already. But I know he probably wouldn't mind doing it on my channel. Pen, maybe kind of sort of. She probably would. KG probably would. I was going to send an invite to you because the movies I want to do.
I can do it, but it's just The
It depends
hour,
on-
my time, it's just me since I'm like a truck driver, and
I
time
know.
is
It had to be either when you're home, not driving, or you're on the road and you're in the sleeper buff with good Wi-Fi.
yeah. Well, I
So
can get why. I mean, I get most of I'm getting 5G in a lot of places on my phone, and whenever I call in, it's on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I could do it. It's just I probably won't be able to come in as much.
Well, I would have you end up watching it, so it'd be one of those things that'd be scheduled out. And it's not like it's gonna be a live stream; it'll be recorded, so I could. The day can be set whatever, so there's no actual time period. It'll be recorded and posted up later. That's why I do all my shows like that.
Oh, okay.
But I was wondering if you'd be interested in doing like Smokey and the Bandit 1, 2, and 3. I know you're not too thrilled on 3, but
yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Like doing Smokey and the Bandit part 1, 2, and 3. Probably doing like Convoy, Black Dog, and I know it's not a truck movie, but Unstoppable, because Unstoppable is a good movie too.
Yeah, I mean, what about Spaceballs?
I'm going more or less like the blue collar route, not space off. I'm trying to keep it down to reality. Yeah, Smoking the Bandit Part 3, not really around with reality. Convoy, yeah, just kind of not around with... It can happen. It happened back in the 70s to a point, but not to that point extent. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it around movies that are legit. Like, Unstoppable was based off of a true story.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Unstoppable is about a runaway train and how two engineer and conductor...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and slowed it down. It has Denzel Washington and the guy who played Captain Kirk in the new Star Trek.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the fuck his name is, but it has those two actors in it. That's a really good movie. Being in the transportation field and working on stuff in the transportation field, especially with safety, it seems like a fun movie to do, like a watch club. Watch club on with you. Same with Black Dog. Black Dog goes into the realm of some of this shit's not possible. Because I know you point out too, like I know the guy in the motorbike, when he hops on the back of the trailer and starts unhooking the airline, so the only thing he does is it pops out the valves on the dash. It's like,
yeah,
the tires on that trailer would be squealing right now, and he would not be going down the road.
No. What's the one that Clint Eastwood did with the smuggling?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, it was a good one.
There's another one that has Jerry Reed in it too. I can't remember what it was, but he was a truck driver in it also, and I just can't remember off the top of my head what it was.
Smokey and the Bandit.
No, there was another one.
Oh, there is.
It's not a Burt Reynolds film, but he played a truck driver in it. I can't remember what the name of it was.
Is it the one with the Joker for the grill? It's got the Joker face for the grill. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, honestly.
Because there's a trucking movie where it's a truck with a Joker.
Highballing. Yeah, it's maybe called Highballing.
Oh.
And it's like made in the 70s. It was made way before Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, it's 78. I just looked it up. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, and there's another one, Concrete Cowboy. It has Tom Selleck and Jerry Reed in it.
Okay.
I've never seen those two. I've seen bits and pieces of Highballing, but I've not seen the full movie. I've actually never heard of Concrete Cowboy until now. That seems like a fun one. Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit, and yeah.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive. Isn't that with the sentient trucks?
Yep. That's the one.
I don't know about that one. Maybe,
it's 1986. It's a comedy horror film written and directed by Stephen King. It stars Emilio Estevez, Pat Hingle, Laura Harrington, and Yardley Smith.
I'll have to think about that one. I want to do the other ones, but yeah, I'll put it on the list. I'll get some. I'll get a list made up and send it to you. I'll send it to Rogue, Pin, and KG also. A couple other people, and they want to do it.
Oh.
We'll hash out a schedule and slowly go through those. I think that'd be
I'm fine for it. We'll just figure out a time. You don't have to ask me, but I'm fine for it.
All right, cool. All right, well, that I'm gonna go ahead and get going on the live stream. Anyone watching, thank you, and please enjoy these two songs. Give Me 40 Acres and the Band Express. Thank you, and take care, everyone.
He was heading into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston. He was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town. And this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around him, through his tears he made this sound. Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said, "You are northward bound." He said, "Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around." Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign, and he had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks, and they all heard him yell, "Give me 40 sticks of dynamite, I'll blow this thing to give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around." It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around.
Hear that roar of thunder. Hear those tires scream. Is every boy's hero, every lady's dream. Flying down highway heading west in a streak of black light called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn no women. Tell no smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Well, he won't take a detour, 'cause he ain't got the time. He can turn on the nickel and give you change for